live right now?
Hello, twitch.tv/.
Are they looking? Are they watching?
Whoa.
Are they watching us or the Soon?
Whoa. Watch that.
Preview program BRB.
Okay.
That's what's on stream.
So we were just
Okay,
on stream.
Which
So we were being streamed.
_1? Okay. Can you give us 2 seconds? That way we can send it to Mother.
That's not delivered. That's someone was talking about it, so I say it was delivered.
I don't know. Dude, my phone just really doesn't want
And then my mom, because I'm a decent child.
I'm so glad that not only the TriCast is happening, but like, you have to like phone around for a third microphone. Like I honestly thought there'd just be a microphone in the center and we'd just be passing it.
Are we all in frame appropriately?
So to define
have to, like,
appropriately.
lean over.
The
like
lighting
this.
could be shine a bit more towards her.
Can we angle one of those lights towards Hermit?
No, we're
Just a little bit.
That's
fine.
fine.
This way.
That way.
Just a little bit.
There we go. Alright,
That's
that
a lot
works.
better.
So thank you.
I honestly didn't know.
Whatever.
Well,
That's okay.
It's good enough.
we're doing our best.
Alright, we could be personally.
Do you need our names? Okay, I'm Skep. SCEP. And then they, them are my pronouns. Yeah. Can they hear us live on stream right now?
What teams are there? I don't know.
Oh, shoot.
Should be on ready.
We probably should.
I think Avril's taking
I think
care
I
of
know
it.
what song they're playing. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I'm.
Yeah, he's just putting our names on it. Hermit,
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, they'll fade in if they can.
Hermit, he,
Hermit.
him.
Yeah,
Ru-
Hermit. He, him.
Rush, he, him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're doing it.
Stay normal, be formal, you know.
Stay
Lock in.
normal.
Excellent. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
here we go.
Hermit.
Hermit.
Hermit. Thank you.
Okay, and you should
All
probably
right,
bring us
splat
on like
zones.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Whoa. Splatoon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to New InkLAN 4. My name is Kevin Illians, and I am here with our friends Hermit for our first set of the day. C-tier players versus I Remember Their Name is so fantastic. How are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing good, you know? Had some trouble.
rest of it. Audio input.
Audio jungle.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, we can't
I
hear
can-
ourselves.
I can hear myself, I think.
Maybe.
I can't hear
oh,
them.
I gotta just.
I can hear you. I can hear
yeah,
Rush now.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Hello.
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 I can.
How loud am I now? I hope this isn't a problem for stream.
Can we all hear each other now?
I can hear Rush. I don't know if I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
I can hear Rush.
I
I
can
can hear
hear you.
Hermit.
I think we're good.
I think
Are
we're good. Yeah,
think we're
we're
good.
good.
It's not getting any better. Hello.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
back. Yeah, we're just troubleshooting some audio problems. We're working through it. I guess now we can introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
What's it up?
I am Rush. Blame Skep. That's why I'm here.
I'm Scap, the one who is always blamed.
I'm Hermit, the brush player.
And we're here.
We are
We
here.
made it.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we
One
got
micro
everything
center
figured
run
out.
later.
What?
Yeah.
One micro center run later.
Well, yeah, we might have a run later.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Just a
we're
little bit.
for context. I guess because we're yapping, we're all playing together, so
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we have M, who's over there, probably playing a DS
Playing
game.
DS, yeah.
Let's split some clam though.
Yeah.
Game 2.
Ooh. Yeet, get
Chicken
back on
jockey.
Glugas, please. No.
Double dualies?
Again.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
That comp has they got no paint, but they got a ton of fighting capabilities, that's for sure.
You don't need paint if the opponent is dead.
That's true.
But that being said, it is going to be BSU Grizz Taco that does take the first opening pick. So it does look like they're getting some paint down and starting to rotate towards that left side. So if they can kill this wall string here, that's rather precariously positioned. Potentially, they could push up, but it's... Oh! Rush, crab
Good
ball!
grab.
Let's
Look!
go. He got this. He got this.
Can't jump out.
Yeah.
And for...
And now PSU should be able to push up here, although the strikes. One goes down.
Got that follow up. 2 balls
That's
have died
2
in that
down.
corner now.
No one has yet to grab a power clam and put it on the other flat. And there are a lot of fights happening, but not a lot of clam getting.
Yeah.
And that makes me a little scared, you know?
Yeah, gotta play objective. Not like the other modes where you can just cap zone. One goes down here. 2 go
Oh,
down.
here come the balls.
Now they get 3. They just need to build a ball here. And BSU should be able to push up really nicely here.
Yeah, clams to their right. They're going to move forward.
And there's
I
that
gotta deal with
crab,
that
though.
crab.
That's going to be such a pain, but it looks like it's been canceled.
Well, things are about to get a lot cooler right now on their plat.
We are moving forward with the Zuko, going for the dunk, going to knock out that charger.
Oh, and
All
the
right.
dualies.
Should be
Only
sitting
one going
pretty
top
here,
right so far.
Yeah.
Just looks like it's going to be a pretty good lockout.
Oh, except
Onslaught
maybe
of
not.
clams. They have 7 more clams jumping in, and now they are just scoring over and over.
Yeet's coming in with more.
So yeah, 7
Enough to
more.
solve.
Although it's a 2v3 right now, and now they go 1 down and 2
Good
down.
shot from the blaster.
And the push should be over here. But a good score for BSU Grizzco.
That was, yeah. Chicken Jockey cleaning up, right?
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do here, but they do have the crab. They have 2 crabs ready right now, I believe. And they should be able to use one of them. There they go.
Next one in mid.
Just got to get up to plat now.
I
And
love crabs there, forcing everybody to play back spinner.
Yeah. Although 3 down. 3 down on the side of Chicken Jockey again. And the charger has to jump out, I believe. So now BSU Grizzco should be able to get another good push here, maybe.
But their shot here with all those clams is the furthest up and being looked
Yeah.
at by the most people. That's a little scary. Thankfully rotating out, and they can form here.
Should have the Zuka here as well to help push up. Zuka's popped. Whole lot of specials here. The crab is trying to find the V shot. Able to escape though. Still fights going on. Nobody goes down. Now 2 down on the
look at
side.
the dualies.
Yeah.
Both of the dualies down. They've been holding those clams down there on that bottom right side, but now
Here
is
come
the
the
first
specials to
moment.
push.
Exactly. Here we go.
Or are they going to make it?
They get both.
Lose 3 in the process. Dooley's managed to clean that one up.
Yeah, now we see that Wellstring does have to back, but that being said, getting to 27 remaining with a minute and a half left in the game does put Chicken Jockey in a rather concerning position for the rest of this game. Now, thankfully, having some specials online, trying to look towards that left side, keep that try from playing underneath that ledge, which has been such a powerful position for them so far this game. We do find ourselves 2 down on the side of Chicken Jockey, making it a 2-2 situation, but no one left to capitalize on that crab.
Yeah, Crab didn't really get much value there. Couldn't push up any further. And Chicken Jockey really needs to get a push here going pretty fast. And the Tri-Slosher goes down. 2 down on the side of BSU, although now
unfortunate bomb.
2v2, yeah, the bomb. 3 down, but the T-Tech is camping the ball in mid here. Can't really do much. Although they do have the opposing plat, they just don't have any clams.
I've never seen a T-Tech so afraid of a charger laser.
Wisely so, they have those strikes, right?
Yeah, those strikes are their pretty much only defense against the crab, special-wise.
And here we go with those strikes, probably just trying to keep them from
Setting up top mid.
yeah, and getting any sort of momentum. Also going left here to get these clams. You got to remember that BSU is currently in the lead here, so any clams that they're getting are preventing Chicken Jockey from forming.
Yes, you're trying to go for the
Oh,
wow.
misses the jump. Squid roll, squid roll.
Oh! No, he didn't get it.
Throwing that too?
If you hit the squid roll right, I think you can pretty much dunk it.
Are you serious? Whoa!
Oh,
Never seen that.
Zuka.
Zuka.
Chicken Jockey trying to put together one last play, but they can't. And now that should be the end here. BSU taking the win.
So many doubles on the side of Chicken Jockey. Just no push after.
No clams. Well,
Yeah,
their
no
comp
clams.
was the double dually one, right? Am I making that mistake?
I
Did
think
have the
so.
double duel.
Yeah, because it was the double shots on the Yes! Thank you.
we now can control the camera, guys.
I am now spec cam.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's all good.
No, this is excellent. I get to test
We
my
can see
spec cam
everything.
live.
Was that the end of the set?
Yeah.
Especially with the acceleration, yeah.
So now we get to yap.
Yap.
I like yapping.
I like yapping.
Honestly, I expect us to be called to our station soon.
No, I think we're in a different group.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, so shout outs to BSU for winning their first set of the day. That does, set them up well. And Chicken Jockey, I believe a lot of those players are here at their first LAN. So, I mean, this is your first LAN too, right?
Yeah, this is my first LAN. First ever time. And I'm pretty excited. I mean, it's been fun so far. Got put on setting up duty, so I got to plug in all the wires and everything.
Sorry.
Welcome to the TOing with Skep.
Yeah, voluntary TO,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. Got to meet a bunch of people, and, it's been a fun time.
Yeah, I'm glad that we were able to convince you to go.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.
For context, I've been trying to convince him for a while to come out.
Yeah.
And we had a different fourth originally who was unable to make it last minute. And then that night you happened the message like, I think I
same
might
night.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
And then it was like, yeah, I'm glad you can make it, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad as well.
There'll be another one.
Yeah, there'll be more.
Yeah.
Are you were at the first New England, right?
No, I was at the last one though, the one before this one. That one was a lot of fun. I played basically with a pickup, and we won one game. But that game was used in the trailer during the LAN championship trailer thing, so it was worth it.
We take it.
Yeah, we take those. It's my first time in Boston proper.
Yeah,
Very
you were
nice.
in Worcester for Shine.
Yeah, in 2022, I came to Massachusetts for Shine, which is no longer around. But now I get to enjoy New England.
Yeah.
And saw snow for the first time.
Went sledding.
2 days ago and then went sledding
Snow.
today. There was
Yeah.
enough snow on the ground.
Did snow.
So little Florida kid sees snow
Uh.
first time. Pog champ.
Learned why the chairlift was invented because walking up a hill is really boring.
Not fun. Not fun.
Huh?
Oh, the
Oh.
lobby. We gotta join.
Oh,
How'd we
Okay.
get disconnected? Preparing land play. Let's go.
we're joining the lobby now.
We're trying to figure this out.
Excellent. That way we can see who's joining over time.
Cool.
Excellent. All right. So I believe this is Chicken Jockey still in the lobby.
Oh, is it?
I'm not sure.
Chicken jockey.
Oh my
Chicken
god.
jockey.
All right, where's the popcorn to throw at the screen?
Yeah.
We were out at Salem yesterday
Yeah.
and just walking around trying to find things to do.
And you found some witches?
No, there was very little of that.
Yeah.
However, we did pass what looked like either a very large family with 15 children,
Oh my.
or some type of like school or church,
Ah,
like just going through the streets of Salem.
yeah.
And
And they all scream chicken jockey?
Yes,
Or one of them said chicken jockey,
And
and,
then
then
they
12 of
all-
them said chicken jockey.
yeah. And one of them said like, "How does everyone know Chicken Jockey?"
That just gave me an idea. I think we should all yell chicken jockey in here at some point
Okay.
Yeah.
later in the day.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah, we should
If,
definitely
if
do that.
chicken jockey gets a wipeout, we yell chicken
Yeah,
jockey.
that's a great idea. That's
Or when
perfect.
chicken jockey flops cooler.
Yes. That can be one of our comps today.
Oh my gosh.
We should do that.
Chicken jockey.
Is that the-
Have
yeah.
you seen the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You have?
I did. I saw
Is
it.
it is it as peak as everyone's saying?
It
Is it
is-
absolute cinema?
It is actually very funny. The movie, like the plot is, it's questionable, but I wasn't expecting much. But Jack Black and Jason Momoa is a pretty funny combo.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
There's a lot of there's some good jokes, that's for sure.
Okay.
As a kid, I yearned for the mines.
As a kid, I yearned for the mines.
Our
Flint and
loose
steel.
plan tomorrow is with M, who's not with us currently, to hit up Six Flags. And the backup plan is the Minecraft movie. Are you down to see it?
I'm
twice?
not.
I
I'll
thought
go
you said
again.
that wasn't the backup plan because you didn't want to
I
see it.
don't want to see
Why-
it.
what's
But
wrong
what
with that?
else would we do?
Go-karting.
Go
Play
I actually knew
Splatoon.
two. I actually know two go-karting places.
Like indoor or
Yeah.
awesome.
here.
It's about.
I mean, I've done one of the K1 speeds before.
Do you know? Can we? Is this like a sponsor? This is
No.
This is not sponsored.
We are so totally
But-
sponsored. Absolutely.
But there's a place like 45 minutes south of here called Supercharged Entertainment.
Yes,
yeah,
I've
you've
been there too. They're
yeah,
awesome.
it's really fun.
I went on one of the days where it was like the double track.
Yeah.
So it was twice as
oh
long.
my goodness.
So much.
It is a lot of fun. It's like the
But if
biggest.
Six Flags are closed, are the outdoor tracks going to be open too?
It's closed.
It's-
It's indoor.
It's indoor.
It's the largest
It's,
like
it's
indoor.
all indoor. Yeah,
Okay.
and it is incredibly fun.
Very fun.
Awesome.
Incredibly fun.
You're out of frame, Rush.
Oh really?
We're a happy family.
Am I?
How could I be?
Yeah, we're like really
Squish
confined
it.
here. Oh, I keep doing that.
Two
My
more
fault.
people need
Lead
to join the
in.
lobby. Let's go. Actually, three.
Okay, I recognize Kevin FTW. They're Day Old Sushi.
Yo,
Yeah, they're friends with Moth.
shocker.
Yeah. Old people.
Oh, we were playing with this person earlier. I forgot who this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starcole was the really tall one right there with the afro
Okay.
on the end.
Yeah.
They were sitting on the end of the room.
Yeah. We won 2 of those games. Only lost because Big Swig. We went double Big
Shut
Swig.
up. Big Swig's perfect.
I love Big
perfect
Swig.
weapon. Nothing
we
wrong
both,
with it.
both went Big Swig.
Yeah, I can see that not working out that well. Maybe you know what? Honestly, though, guys, yeah, I mean it can paint, it can kill things.
good.
Yeah, we lost on like the zones cheese
I
map, so I don't know
think-
how.
Skill issue on both
Yeah,
your
we
parts.
just did bad. I got 1 kill.
I mean, it's pretty easy to pre-fire when you could only be in 2 places.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Me too.
Everybody here. There was a lot of spectators, which is like so unusual. I've never seen a local with so many spectators.
Yeah, there are quite a few.
Yeah.
Am I? No.
I have the power of the spec cam. Fair
Yo.
warning. It's been a while since I have done spec cam.
I've
Let
like
alone
never
live.
done it,
Oh.
so
Yeah.
The only thing I'm always just looking at the spec cam and I'm just like, okay, I want to see the map. I want to see where they're gaining their paint. Maybe not where their players are, but like where they're gaining paint control. Because that's what really matters.
It would make you great at color.
What?
Never mind. We did not have a Skep commentary rundown prior to this, by the way.
oh, what's that? What's that?
What did I say?
You said paint. We're talking about paint and how paint matters. That's a really great color. Like,
What?
for doing commentary. Anyway, we're getting the weeds here, guys.
I don't know
We're
what's
moving
happening.
past
Did I
this.
be too subtle? I don't
No,
get it.
you were. It was a good thing, Rush. It was a
Oh.
compliment. The heck.
I'm colorblind, by
I
the
think
way.
they could hear us in the room.
Oh, can they?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Oh,
Hi,
that's
New
cool. That's
InkLAN.
awesome.
Hi,
I didn't know about
gamers.
that.
Yo,
What's up,
double
guys?
dualies.
Double dually.
Double
Double
dualies
dualies,
again.
double shot.
All right, here we go.
It is still set to automatic.
We still have
What teams do we got? We got Chicken Jockey, right?
How do you
Rush
turn off
fix it.
auto- oh my
I
God.
don't know.
It's ZR. It's the right.
They changed it from Splatoon.
Yeah, I guess they did.
It's gone now.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
Do whatever you want.
Awesome.
Whoa, and zap cooler.
All right, we're popping booyah. On this right side, Starcoal's going in. Unfortunately, explodes.
It's Chicken Jockey versus 9-inch Snails.
I love that name.
It's a good name.
Zap. We have some zap action. They are cooler
We got our
and grabbing
Rainmaker
the
running.
pig.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go, let's go.
There's a dually right there. The dually
They
does
gotta jump.
explode.
They the jump.
It's a shot,
Get
it's
the
camped.
jump.
Let's go. Forward, forward. Oh,
Booyah
good
gets
bomb.
canceled by a bomb, yeah.
There's a lot of like forward momentum here, and finally we're able to grab the Rainmaker. It felt like we were just going in and exploding, and they weren't really able to push for a while there on the side of Chicken Jockey.
Yeah, they've been a lot more coordinated than the last game with their pushes here. They've been. Oh, the Zuka.
Nice.
2 down on both sides, but they got the Booyah on the side of Chicken Jockey. Should be able to
Pulling
keep this
fire
push
away
alive.
from the shield.
Although
Oh,
only
Oh,
one
able to
down.
pop. Let's go dualies though.
Oh.
The Charger is the last alive, has to jump out. And now 9-inch Snails should be able to take pretty much all of mid here. The Dualies.
That's
The
a zap.
The Zap.
You
It's
thought
cooler
they
here.
were a dually.
Yeah. So many Dualies,
Soda.
3 of them.
Chicken Jockey there at the side.
Chicken Jockey. Oh, 3 down on the side of Chicken Jockey.
It's just their
just
charger.
the Charger.
Oh,
Although they got
good
2
trade.
snipes. Might be able to hold them off.
Lots of bombs, lots of explosions.
They
nice.
do not get the check.
Nice.
Chicken Jockey holds on to the check here. And now they should be able to take mid here.
3 down.
And they have no check to break through, so they should be able to get a pretty good push here as long as they can get some specials set up. They do have a crab ready.
And we do see that 9-inch Snails is prepping for a defense. Unfortunately, they do overextend into that yellow paint a little bit and go down.
3
And
down.
managing to trade out the zap. However, man, your poor shot by themselves. They do have Zuka. They need to not die in order to use that Zuka. We have a round going in and getting that
That's
Zuka
one.
off the
Is this
field.
going to be 2?
Trying to get it? No, can't.
And Perry's managed to get him.
They do get to 33. Pretty decent.
Zap is still
lead.
there.
A wipeout for 9-inch Snails. They
Yes.
wipe out Chicken Jockey. They still have not broken through the check yet, though. But they do have all 4
All
specials. Yeah.
No one's going for a flank yet. They're putting all their pressure on that right side. The
Oh, the
Charger
snipe.
gets in a good snipe. That was a risky jump.
Able to get out, though, right?
down.
Yeah. And there go all 4 of those specials.
Yeah, but they just need to break that checkpoint. But they
Oh,
keep
Chicken
Chicken
going
Jockey's
down.
about to have 2
The
specials of their own.
crab.
Crab should get the Rainmaker here.
How is the Rainmaker still alive? Well, finally. They lived for so long.
Oh, 3 down on the side of 9-inch Snails. Just one.
Oh, found the
trying
shot sharking.
to- D-shot trying to hold mid here. They have to jump out.
They really like painting mid before
Good.
pushing forward.
It's
This team must like to shark.
Especially,
got to paint to win the game.
right.
Considering that their defense revolves around running in,
But they're getting that paint.
they're getting that Zuka.
I mean, realistically, Chicken Jockey just needs to hold here on this left side, right?
Yeah.
They just need to keep paint down. With where we are right now, we don't have. Oh, my
down.
gosh!
Oh,
Now's the
wipeout.
chance.
Let's go.
Who's
They should be
grabbing
able to
that
get check
Rainmaker?
here. And this is trouble for Chicken Jockey because they have no specials. And 9 Inch Nails has 2. They have the Zuka popped, I believe, yeah.
They're about to have a second to get
that's
to.
a bomb.
Oh, the bomb. And now the Rainmaker's kind of just stuck here fighting this crab.
Oh, swing
Kept trying to
forward.
Chicken jockey.
Oh, gosh. They do lose that Rainmaker.
Oh, that was the charger.
What's the charger?
We have Splash down here with the Emperors. Potentially, they can break that in. Thankfully, with the time that they have left, having broken that check, that is huge.
Did the blaster see those jumps?
Oh,
Yeah.
they got one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 2. Oh, and the wipeout.
Good
Chicken
on.
jockey.
Chicken Jockey.
All right.
Got 20 more seconds.
Chicken Jockey.
They should just be able to hold in mid here.
Yep.
With 2 specials, they should be good. Although they're trying to push up, I guess
Yeah.
they go down.
Oh, 2 down, 2 down.
Oh, 3 down.
Oh, here are the
they have a
crabs.
chance.
Oh, my God.
I believe the dualies, oh, they're all dead. All right, 9 Inch Nails has a chance here with the Booyah and the Splashdown.
Yeah, here we
Hit
go.
forward. Oh, will the charger get
Oh,
them?
the bomb. Oh,
All right.
I just heard them yell.
I heard
into
that
the
too.
room.
Suction bomb.
suction bomb.
Oh,
Crab
man.
and Zuka.
And you
Flint steel.
feel it in your bones. You know you want to swim forward. And then there's the bomb that is in the center of your screen that is suddenly invisible.
Yeah.
Worst
Honestly,
thing in the
that charger
world.
laser is probably what made them commit.
Yeah.
The Charger, I don't know how many kills the Charger got, or I wasn't keeping track, but I know they got a lot. The Charger is doing very good that game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely held,
It was Mortis on the charger, on the fire fin.
yes.
Or what do they call that now?
ZNF.
You know,
Zeko and Firefin or whatever. I don't know. It's something,
Collab.
yeah.
Splatoon 2 brain pilled.
I mean,
What
I
is
don't know why they
all
ever
right.
changed
Where's my bomb rush? Where's the bomb rush bag?
Exactly.
No, bring it
So
back.
used to wall.
I miss Bomb Rush.
Me too.
Specifically Suction Bomb Rush.
Yeah. You're telling the blob player.
Oh, sorry. My fault. I was a Neo Splash player in S2, so.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That
That's
brings
not
back
that bad.
so many memories.
Oh, it was so good. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
actually that good,
What
but
was your favorite Bomb Rush map? Because Rush and I have a very
Oh,
distinct
no.
answer for this.
favorite Bomb Rush map. I really loved. Oh, what's Humpback was very good. Humpback was definitely my favorite. I think.
Watching like everyone get like 10 specials each on that map
Oh
was
my goodness.
so hilarious.
That just
I don't
brought
get
back,
how it doesn't play like that in 3 though. I don't know what changed.
Just no missiles, no armor, no missiles,
Yeah.
no ray.
Okay.
I feel like that map is
raise
just
this.
funneled
What's
for
that?
paint though.
Rainmaker Muscle Forge.
Oh,
The
yeah,
comp
I mean, of
is-
course. I
the
mean-
comp is Zap,
Yeah,
Blob Deco, and 2 Neo Splash. How do you push?
I would just quit the game.
And,
I mean,
that Zap is running so much sub saver that it also has
Oh
double
my
bomb.
Yeah.
I would just quit. Although what was Starfish main stage? That brought
Oh
back a
my-
memory. I remember a scrim on Starfish main stage where it was zones, and I don't know, we were like Div 5. It was like Div 5 scrim, and
Yeah.
Was this Yakudans?
yeah, and we both ran the same comp. It was K-Shot, Gal, Jet, and Zap. And I remember I was on Jet, and the other guy on Jet got 12 missiles, and I got 13. And we each had like 2 kills.
I just want to say Tacticooler would make Starfish main stage so much better with like
That's
the flanks
honestly
and
true.
stuff just because of the run speed. Like Hydras
Yeah.
would already flank on that map.
Yeah. You can run through a lot easier, like swim through mid too.
Yeah.
It'd be better.
The map we did get here though in Splatoon 3 being
The best map in the game.
Inkblot. You can have that wrong opinion.
Sorry.
More Clam Blitz.
Yeah,
I
let's
feel like
go.
we've seen like 3 games of Clams already.
We are playing some clams. Ooh.
Blaster.
Blaster's gonna get
Watch
one
out for
here.
the
Nice.
bomb. All right, there
2
we go.
down early. You need to get some paint in mid though.
Especially with this well string here up on this top left. The well string and door or anything really with range, but especially something that
Yeah, I can't really sit door though because of the blaster.
true.
Running the hammer well string too.
Oh, that's so
interesting.
annoying. How do you feel about the hammer ball?
Honestly, I think having the hammer
Oh.
is better
no.
than because of the lack of 2 dualies.
That's true.
Yeah. Hammer's interesting right now. I think still has some problems, but throwing it is fun. It actually works too. Oh, we got the booyah.
Oh,
Just
shredded
getting
armor. Let's
immediately
go.
Aw.
Oh, that's
And now 3 down on the
Just
side of
zap,
Chicken
the zap,
Oh, and he
Jockey.
dropped.
The wipeout.
Can they get there? Can they get 2 balls? Uh-oh.
9-inch nails going in for the dunk.
Oh.
And the stamp. No bombs existing on that plat unless they get through it.
They have another 8 clams here. I don't know. They can't score any though. Oh, they do.
The shot is all the way in their bats.
Yeah, and
Oh,
bats.
man.
That's hard to clear out.
Doesn't
Trying
want
to
to
go
fight
for
that
the sponge.
charger.
Julie's gonna drop for it. Matherson
jump
drop.
out.
Good
jump.
job.
That's a good push for 9-inch snails there,
That is.
especially on this map.
So early, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Googa diff, honestly.
A lot of specials here for Chicken Jockey though, and a good amount of clams. Should try to push off this
Oh,
crab.
he's very weak.
Yeah.
Trying to
Mattherson's
jump out, messing up the
running.
input.
Still just wow. Oh my goodness.
Teleportation. On my land.
They end up dying anyway, and now Chicken Jockey scores, but I don't think they're gonna be able to follow up here. Azuka.
Who are you zuking? Who are
Oh,
you zuking?
Oh my goodness! Please hit your shots. All right.
Well, we
And
got the
now-
jump, but he got paint behind him.
All right.
There we
We've
go. All
all
right, there we
missed
go.
Zuka's shot.
That's true.
It's very simple. Don't
Relax.
use
Zuka,
Zuka.
oh, the
Yo,
jump,
they're
I
gonna
don't
push.
think
They're
that's
going
close
for it.
enough.
They're going for it.
Ah,
So close.
that was a good try there from Chicken Jockey. Decent push. Maybe one or two more balls should be able to get them the lead here.
I have faith in the Zuka
Unfortunately,
next
oh, they
time
let that
around.
ball die.
What's going on over here?
1v1.
Ooh, that versus
Good win there.
Dooleys. That's a shot.
That's a shot.
I'm a bl- I'm
Shot.
Close to
blind.
Zuka, though. If they can get up on that left and use it, they might.
Wait, they're running
The hammer.
Guys. Have you noticed that?
Goodbye, Charger. Never mind.
Oh, wait.
Never mind.
No, they're going to hit it.
Let's
They're going
go.
to hit
Nice.
it. Let's go.
Get that. Help his friend. Get that other shot.
Go get him.
Just this Lily here? Oh, 2 down
Matherson.
here.
Uh-oh, 2v1. They're weak, though.
can do it, you
They're
can
weak,
do
though.
it.
You got
Oh,
this. Let's
nice
go.
chip trade.
Let's go.
And now is it 2v2? Wow, the crab
Yo,
on the
this is
plat
like
from Chicken
Minecraft.
Jockey.
You got this.
Bonk.
Let's
Oh,
go.
good pick there. Although they are on.
Move forward,
9-inch
move
snails
forward.
is
You
on the
can't
other
hit your
team's
feet.
plat, I believe.
They have no paint. Where's moving forward in the what?
Yeah.
The bow will shoot at your feet, so if you roll forward, it won't hit you.
You are the dually expert. Who am I kidding?
I don't know. They could just kill you.
Hey, we got a booyah.
Oh, Zuka follow up.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
One more. They
Shot.
jump out.
The Zukas have improved over the course of the game. I'm
true.
feeling it. They're getting warm. They had to wait around a while. Be patient.
A whole bunch of clams
Charger
for
needs
both
really
sides
having
here.
an issue setting up because of them. Plus
Yeah.
the bow. Oh, lightning for blaster. Goodbye.
Oh, well, string moment.
Yeet.
Oh, 9-inch
No
snails,
kill.
they score. Oh, they got another ball here. They should be able to score this as well.
They're trying to avoid the booyah there. And
Very
it's
close to
hit
its
in.
own.
That is a very good lead for them, and
Let's
they
go,
score
blaster.
even more.
3.
Just the 2
Come on, get
shots
3.
left. Oh, the triple, yeah. And now they are wiped. But that is a
Now-
very good push from 9-inch
now-
snails.
Chicken jockey
Chicken
got
Jockey.
the wipe out.
Yeah.
Chicken jockey.
Oh, that charger, dude.
It's the charger and the bow controlling so much space.
They really are holding so well.
Oh, unfortunate strike after the 2 down. They would have had plenty of people to follow up with that. But now they get mid.
And here comes the booyah. She's got Mortis's name written all over it.
Another booyah from Chicken Jockey now.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Trade.
2 down. Are
They're
they still
going
going
for
for
it.
it?
Oh,
Yeah,
And they're running out of time.
I think they have no balls now. They have to build a clam here.
very fast.
That charger
Yeah,
has
10
4.
more seconds.
Mortis is all the
There's some on
plan.
the
Oh.
left. Let's go,
What
bow.
a shot.
Starkle cleaning that up.
And now 9-inch snails is going to take this game.
Julius
unless-
has 7.
yes,
Oh,
they can.
that's it.
So here we go. We're 1-1 in our
1-1,
set.
yeah.
That's exciting.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken Jockey goes down. Now 1-1.
Man, honestly, it's these backlines here, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of special usage, and then there's a lot of, honestly, looking at, I feel like the shot players are popping their Zukas and running in, but like the crab players are popping their crabs and then running away.
Very
Yeah.
forward crabs.
Yeah, 9-inch Snails played very well off their specials there, their Zukas. Chicken Jockey just couldn't really do much with their crabs, yeah. And they kind of just got out-pressured by the bow a lot of the time and got forced back. And they got out-painted a lot, too, for sure. They really never really had much control of mid, it felt like. And in Clams, that's just never going to win you the game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How do you feel about playing crab in the wall string?
It's can I hit the 90?
Right.
If you can hit the 90 and you know where they're shooting, and if it's not at you when you pop it, you got a chance, but they could always just run away and you don't get to kill them.
I think that's a pretty difficult fight for a lot of players.
Absolutely. Yeah.
On a
Honestly,
crab.
it's knowing where they are most likely to put their arrows. After the nerf to its damage hitbox, it's a lot easier to just like roll away from.
But they got the stamp, too. I think that's why
Yeah.
they're running the stamp, is they can throw it at the crab. It one-shots it. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like they're not getting it at opportune times for that. And
Not really.
honestly, they're not setting up door at all. They're keeping them off of plat, which is huge.
Yeah.
I want to see the blaster from Chicken Jockey to go forward a little sooner, though. I
Yeah.
feel like they'll go forward after they get 2, and then they're forced to back. I think they just need to wait just a little more, and then or have their team follow up with the paint of where they're going, because most likely where they're going, that's where kills seem to happen.
absolutely.
All right, there are 3 of us here.
Illuminati confirmed.
No.
Well,
Who are we rooting for? Every
Chicken Jockey.
you're Chicken Jockey?
Nah, I don't know.
I mean, can you argue with Chicken Jockey?
I
I
mean-
think 9-inch Nails is gonna kill it.
All right.
Star Cole got
So-
to warm up this morning.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
else in
mean-
the lobby did.
The bow versus charger matchup is definitely very interesting, and it's going to matter a lot here on this map. And the bow should be able to really paint zone very well if they can stay alive.
Here we go.
So there's strikes on either side. Strikes on
Oh.
either
Strikes.
side.
Dowsers, double strikes.
That's a lot of strikes.
Double strikes.
Yeah. That core crab.
And the Zuka
Super
still.
crab. I hope that stamp changes things.
Oh, and
Bow's on snipe here, trying to get pressure.
Oh, good shot by the charger. I think
Something-
taking out the dualies.
unique about the bow here. On
Go
snipe is the fact that they can shoot the charger. The charger can't shoot the bow
Absolutely.
there.
Chicken
And that's a
Jockey.
delayed wipe there. 9-inch Snails goes 4 down.
Where we see Mortis here slowly starting to work their way up, but fortunately their zap is already down, putting us in a situation where a round has to drop out of that crab. And our I
Now it's
presume
pick
our
the fight with
sniper
the
is
shot.
still on low ground.
Yeah, now the strikes here. Should be able to cap for 9-inch Snails for sure. There we go.
And look at the blaster. Got
The
one.
blaster, though,
Going in, dude.
able to find
Come on,
one
you got
on
it.
the
Let's
second.
go.
Let's
Trying
Now
go.
that
Fine.
Zuka on low ground. Get him.
Tries to get the Zuka.
Oh, the bow.
Oh,
Oh, and the jump.
It's the weak, but the dualies can follow up.
Oh,
Matherson clutching up there, able
absolutely. The
Ooh.
charger.
to get
Back and
in.
forth.
But they managed to cap. They applied penalty. And
Let's go, bow. Let's go, bow.
The hammer. Oh,
Oh, very aggressive.
How is he not got hit by the charger
Circle.
yet? He's so weak. Let's
blaster
go.
gets traded out.
That's my bow player.
Chicken Jockey recaps zone here. They're trying to find the shot. Shot
Nice.
is dead as well.
Now
they
it's a
have
crab too.
Yeah, crab, and they pop it. They're all 3 on plat here. They should be able to get a
Farming
good
up
amount of
paint for those
space.
strikes.
Yeah. 9-inch Snails has to get strikes, and they get 1 pair of strikes, and now another
Popping
The
them
Chicken
right off
Jockey
the
has
bat.
strikes of their own.
Oh, the
Although the
dually
dually-
coming up.
trade, and then they cap 9-inch Snails cap zone for a second there to stall.
Pause Siren knows Matherson's on that right side. They also know that
What's that
Stamp
cooler?
comes out. There we go. The Stamp killing the charger.
Trying to get the dually now as well. Oh, dually gets the kill, gets the trade there.
Still has a Booyah on deck though.
9-inch Snails still
No
has
strikes
zone.
might fight against it.
Ooh.
No strikes on the Booyah. Blaster can do whatever they want now.
Oh, but here comes Kevin.
Um,
Does get taken out in that 2v1.
Now 2 down for 9-inch Snails. Oh, the pick on the blaster though. The bow's got 1 here. Trying to, I believe I paint zone, I believe.
Looks like they're trying to entry down here on that left side.
Hammer.
There, they
Does
got their
not want a
Stamp.
crab. That crab is going to come out soon though.
Starkle here
Very
is
close
just,
to
like,
special.
so aggressively.
Yeah. Oh, 2 go down. I think from the Zuka, got a double. And now the crab gets forced out here.
Oh, he's
Trying
weak
to
though.
fight.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, and they get another one.
Is that the charger?
Yeah, it was the charger and the crab.
Strikes in a booyah, potentially come in. Blaster doesn't die.
Great. 9-inch Snails, only 2 left here, and they got
For one.
9-inch
Stamp
Snails
going
has
in.
specials. Yeah. Popping the strikes, although
One hit.
Kev does try and go in. Kevin does trade that out. Now we see 9-inch Snails very dangerously close to pulling their lead.
Strikes for
Chicken Jockey's
booyah. Uh-oh.
trying to shred the
Oh,
booyah,
oh.
and they go down.
Nice, no booyah.
9-inch Snails trying
Will
to get
this be
lead
the
here, but
lead?
they stall the zone. Chicken Jockey trying to cap. They have to cap here if they want to
They want to
keep
hold.
the lead. Although now they got the strikes going, and 9-inch
Oh
Snails
my
should be able to
God.
cap
That's the
this.
flip.
Is it
Oh,
the
Oh
flip?
my
Still.
goodness.
Oh my God.
Still trying to fight
re-slide
more
to ruin this
strikes.
one.
It's a 4v4, and they get the zone, they
There's
get
the
the
cap.
lead.
There's the lead.
But they go 2 down now.
2v2. Look at all those specials on Chicken
Yeah,
Jockey.
they have 3 specials. And Chicken Jockey, 3 down on the side of 9-inch Snails, although now they have jumps coming in. And they're just trying to fight over there, but I don't know if this is going to work. The Doolies.
Does
Gets
go
the
in,
kill.
get one. They're very close to clearing that penalty though.
Oh,
but they
Chicken
lose.
Oh,
Jockey.
nice shot by the bow.
They have the strikes in the booyah though. Are they gonna let the zone flip back?
Yeah.
They recap here.
Oh, but they're getting
Oh,
flanked.
lost the fight on range.
So here we go, 9-inch Snails. A minute left in this game.
That's
the
booyah.
double,
That's
the
no
triple.
specials. They're going all the way in. Get your strikes and
Yeah.
get out.
Their job here just got a lot more difficult with this re-entry.
Oh, especially with the bow.
The
What do
bow's
you do?
on
Oh
snipe.
man.
See what I mean? Roll forward, they can't hit you.
They have the
Here
crab
comes
now,
the crab.
though. And the bow goes
See
down.
what I
They
mean?
have the
Hits the
strikes, though.
90.
They're both on that bottom
And now the
right.
Got
double
two.
with the crab.
Get that zone, get that zone.
They cap the zone, and now Chicken Jockey has a chance to take lead here, but
There's
they have
one
to.
behind
There's
them.
someone on bottom
They have
right.
to find the shark now.
Do they know?
Well, now they know.
Now.
The blaster hit him.
They go
the
down.
Charger.
And now 9-inch Snails is on the ropes here. They have to find a play real quick
Oh,
here.
here we
All
go.
comes down to the strikes.
Around, buying some time here.
The hammer
Forces
comes in.
the
They have to
stamp.
go in.
It's
They have
not
strikes
enough
going
time.
out.
It's
going
over.
to be close. 13-12.
What?
And 9-inch Snails wins it. I believe.
What?
I believe they kept zone. My goodness.
find out.
9-inch Snails wins. They recapped at the last second with the strikes, I believe.
Wow, you were right.
Yeah.
You were right. You called that.
What a game.
I will. Reminder that
My
this
goodness.
is the second set of the morning, and we've already heard people freaking out in the audience.
Yeah.
I was freaked out too.
I mean, that was
Now that is
that was
flat zones.
intense. Uh-huh.
yeah.
That's zone's Mahi for
Maybe it
you.
is the best mode.
Don't let certain people hear you say that.
That's
What, could
That's
they be
map
watching?
mode?
Is this live or something?
oh.
we all have a certain mutual friend who hates them.
We do.
Yes.
Oh,
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
sorry. Zones is bad. Zones is bad.
Yeah, zone sucks.
Rainmaker best mode.
I don't know about that, but yeah, it's Rainmaker best mode. Rainmaker's
yeah,
the best mode. Type 1 in the chat if Rainmaker's the best mode.
Yeah.
If
We
you
can't
disagree,
even
don't
see
type
the
it in.
chat.
Type
so.
2 if you disagree.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, actually, don't type 2. Type 2 if you like it as well. I mean, just type 1, type 2, whatever you
yeah.
want to type. That lets
We-
us
we
know that
love
you love
democracy.
Rainmaker. Exactly. You have the illusion of choice on that one.
Goodness gracious.
Rainmaker's the best mode. in
Only good
conclusion.
takes on these commentaries.
Good takes.
Yeah,
What's my best good take?
that brush is a top 3 weapon.
Opening
Zap is-
Gambit Zap is like really good.
You know how I feel about opening Gambit Zap.
It's
I
epic.
think it's peak. The
Opening
world
Gambit
may
Zap is fun.
disagree. Thank you.
I think it's fun. It's definitely like, it's kind of,
I don't think I've even had Opening Gambit like equipped in like in Splatoon 3.
When's the last
Yeah.
time you played X-Ray?
I mean, I think it's good, but like, it's so risky because if you just die and you don't have like comeback, then the rest of the game it's just so risky
Have
to.
you considered winning your fight?
I mean, that works too.
Honestly, just play a weapon with Tacticooler, and then if you lose it, then you have Cooler.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then you can wear the chicken costume. If you know, you know.
Chicken Jockey? Oh,
Chicken jockey.
Well, that's not what I meant, but yeah. Chicken jockey.
Chicken Jockey.
I'm excited for this land.
9-inch Nails stay.
We're gonna play the video games shortly.
Yeah, when are we going to play the video game?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You guys came here to play the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've just been commentating and setting
Yeah.
up, plugging in wires and stuff.
Yeah, fun fact. I guess I can tell the story.
What's that?
Brush, I'm sorry if I'm not.
Just tell it.
All right.
How bad could it be?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I went because I texted Avril this morning because I thought we were gonna be late, Rush and I, on the T, as it is called here in Boston. And I got locked in a men's bathroom. And
That did happen.
that did happen. So
Today?
yeah, like on the way here.
Oh, I guess.
It was not very helpful. They did not want to.
I guess there was like a separate key
to the women's
to
bathroom.
yeah, and apparently if they like somehow got us into it, they would get written up.
It was
Huh.
it was a fraud. All right,
love
I
Boston.
feel lied to. Anyway, point being, I thought we were gonna be late,
Yeah.
so I messaged Avril.
Locked in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that was after the bathrooms at the other station we were at were
Were
like
also
out of
order.
service.
Oh.
So
And I messaged Avril that we're gonna be late. So when we got here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go tell Avril, like that we're here.
Mhm.
And Brush says, Skep, can I make you a TO? Can you set
the
this
jacket
up?
comes off, the TO turns on.
Right.
And then you made us
As soon as I
TO.
set my jacket down.
Yeah.
And we helped set everything up. Thank you guys.
Yeah, of course.
I then went up to the two of them and was like, hey, we're on setup duty. And we set everything up.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was nice having HDMI cables. I remember
Yeah, already in the
initially,
monitor.
was it Riptide or LTC, where we were just like, where are all the HDMI cables?
I don't remember.
And then someone's like, I'm gonna go find HDMI cables, and I don't think we saw them for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but we did start a little late today because there were no aux cables.
It's
Which
like you
are-
could hear the game, but you could not hear your friends.
Yeah. So the aux hapless was a hero, hapless hero, for those in the know. Went out and got aux cables.
Oh, that's good.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to-
Micro Center, for having things in stock.
Not sponsored. But yeah.
But we'd love one.
Micro Center can sponsor new InkLAN. DM brushstrokes on Discord.
Oh,
Man, it's been Boston's been an experience.
Oh, it's fun. I love Boston. I mean,
Yeah.
I've only.
Driving out of Logan's always an experience.
Oh man, I mean, I've only ever been to Boston a few times now. But every time it's a different experience. I've actually been like exactly here before, like 2 years ago. I was on a trip, me and my friends. We went and like toured BU here, and it was really funny because I found out about that, and I told you that, right? And I texted you that, and I told my parents that, and it was like, I don't know, it was just funny because, I mean, it was just right here, and this is like one of like 3 spots I've been in the city ever before this, so it was just such a weird coincidence, I guess. And the Canes down the street there is very good. Being there once. That's the only time I ate Canes was at that one down the street. We are not sponsored by Canes, by the way.
Never had canes before either.
You've never-
This commentary segment, by the way, we're going to talk about something, hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by like
Oh
anybody.
wow!
I don't
Look at
think.
this very recognizable brand.
Are we sponsored by anybody, guys?
Your mom.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's go.
My mom might be watching the stream right now.
Something
Hi,
hair
Mom.
length. Something hair length.
Hi, Mom, if you're watching the stream.
I think his hair is fine.
Yeah, my hair's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Exactly.
What a segue.
Don't tell me to get a haircut ever again.
Go bald. No.
Oh, I'm not going bald. Jeez, I would. I'm not
Choose
going
your
bald.
next word carefully.
Oh, I'll be okay. I'll just like go to college immediately back up and just like I'll just be like,
You
hi,
wouldn't
Mom.
even like attempt a wig.
Yeah. I mean, no, probably not. I like my hair how it is.
Yeah.
I like my hair.
I would, if I had no hair, I would have a killer collection of wigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As many wigs as you have nail polish.
Yes. Oh man.
Let's hope we're not getting Paige to a table.
No, and this is a completely different group.
Yeah, I said we'd have to wait a
Brush
bit.
knows where we are.
Does commentary normally have this much yapping?
Yeah, on LAN.
cool.
Yeah,
Yapping's fun.
yapping is fun.
I wonder if anybody's like really like into our yap session right now. Just like really loving
Let's
our
Let's start a
yap.
the
podcast.
soft
Yes.
launch of the podcast.
Yeah. Like
Let's drop our @ here. And
like the third ever Splatoon podcast.
it's sponsored by ourselves.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sponsored by ourselves.
Who could we get as a sponsor? My mom.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Apple Podcasts.
No, we're
Sure to tune
not.
in.
Oh God, no.
We're sponsored by my water bottle.
Here's my multi-level marketing scheme. Go get scammed.
Okay. That's a joke.
My favorite
Yeah.
thing about New England so far. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff.
Thoughts on the accent?
Oh, I don't think it's real.
Oh, the Boston accent?
Yeah.
It's
I still don't
kind
think
of a
it's
myth.
real. Yeah.
It's kind of a myth.
I have heard. Okay, so we went hiking the other day.
And you heard my mom.
There were a couple of people leaving the trail who definitely had a very thick Boston accent.
It like exists, but like it's not anywhere near as popular as everybody thinks
And
it is.
his mom has an accent, but his dad doesn't.
Oh, okay. Nobody in my family does.
Where does that even come from? Like, you don't see like children with Boston accents.
It's. I mean,
Like, it has to come from somewhere.
it's like. I feel like it's more of like a running joke than anything.
Okay, but it's a good joke.
It is a good joke. I mean, you know, what's a good phrase in a Boston accent? I don't know.
Pack the car.
Yeah, park the car. Yeah, go
Packed it.
go to the packy. Go
Gotta
go
get my
go make
smokes
yourself a
from the packy.
fluffernutter. Do you know what a fluffernutter is?
Oh my God, I do know what a fluffernutter
Oh my
is.
goodness.
Go to
No way.
Dunkies and Stabbies.
We have to eat a fluffernutter.
Yeah.
That's like the thing. Do you
That's
think
the
they
thing.
make those vegan?
I have not had a fluffernutter since.
That's your state
Have I
sandwich.
ever?
That
It
is
is.
quite literally your state sandwich.
Don't we just have like a town name
Dude, I love
sandwich and that's
fluffernutters.
where it was invented?
I
or
think we do
something?
actually. I don't know where it is, but I think there's a. What's up? Okay, cool.
How come?
Wait, are we done?
Oh, do we got to join?
Do we have to join the room?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be so real. I forget that I'm holding this. Forgive me for my sins.
Yeah. Anywho, fluffernutters. I love fluffernutters. I ate them all the time as a kid. I mean,
It was always just peanut butter and jelly for me.
Did
butter
they
and jelly.
start the match without us?
Let's go.
They did.
Did they start
Oh,
the match
come on.
without us?
Really intense match happening right now on
I did.
Sturgeon Shipyard.
It says
But the
it
match
says it ends.
already.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Such an awesome match.
No.
So apparently it's just one team.
Who's playing? Do we know?
2v2, 2v2.
It
It's
does
not
not
that
look
team. We can't
I-
see it in the
It does
reflection.
not look like they're set up though, because I see headphones being wired. So I think we're okay.
Oh wow, that's what I look like on stream. Okay.
Yeah, you can see right there, and you need to
Yeah,
lean
well
in.
the projector.
You're a million miles away, bro.
Oh.
Get into near
How about if I
Earth
do this?
orbit. Rush.
Bro does not want to be.
Okay.
You can't see me.
Also, go Celtics. Not sponsored, by the way. Gotta say that. Go Celtics, though.
What sport is that?
It's basketball.
Oh.
Yeah.
What sport is that?
I don't know.
It's
I wasn't
basketball
even
players.
looking.
That's all right.
They do look like they play basketball.
Yeah.
Like they have the short sleeves. That's
Yeah.
not something you see in football.
Yeah. So,
I can tell vaguely what a sport is from the uniform.
it's fair enough.
Why are you laughing at me?
Nothing.
Sports are such a big thing around here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, it is.
Like we
I
went
think
we
you're
went
biased,
we went by the
though.
garden and stuff.
I'm slightly biased. I mean, it's probably bigger for, like, college sports in, like, the South. But, like, comparably, it's, like, college sports in the South. And then, like, here is probably where it's, like, second biggest in the country, I'd say,
Okay.
for sports, to be honest.
Where we are blessed. We have won
Absolutely.
way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen every sports team here win multiple times.
It's a little ridiculous.
I
It
don't
is.
think I've ever
It's
been
a little
to
unfair.
a sports game. Have I?
It's very loud. I have not been to one in a
What's up?
Hi,
long time.
Brushstrokes. We're talking about sports teams.
Yeah.
go sports team.
We've
Go
just
sports.
talked about like everything at this point.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite sports team?
If I had to pick, I guess like I'm a hockey household.
Okay.
So Owen and I always talk about I'm a Devils fan. Owen's a fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
So this just in, Brushstrokes likes the Devils from hockey. Apparently, hockey
The Devils
people.
from hockey,
Devils
as
from
opposed
hockey.
to the devil
And,
from religion.
One of our below.
What did I do?
We went to Salem.
I must have missed the joke or something.
The
I zoned
Devils
out for a
from
second.
hockey
Yeah,
as
the
opposed to
Devils
the
from-
devil from religion.
Oh. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Probably.
I'm gonna die.
No, they just got a bunch of devils on the court or on the ice. They're just all skating around, you know.
Oh my god.
That would be a
Casually
pretty
just
lit
melting it,
Disney on
every
Ice
bit of the
show.
ice
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they step on.
Yeah,
The
Disney on Ice, Devils
Disney
on
on
Ice.
Ice, Devils Edition.
Oh my god.
I mean, someone hasn't played Baldur's Gate 3, but like,
Yo, guys, balance patch.
yo,
Balance Patch.
So
Are we sponsored by
based.
Balance Patch? No.
I-
Are we? Technically, we sponsor them, right?
yeah.
I mean, we had to talk to them about audio cables, so maybe.
It's like a. I don't
Hey,
know.
Brushstrokes, are
Like
we
a-
sponsored by Balance Patch?
No, we actually pay them.
Yeah, that's why
Oh.
I think
we're
we
paying-
sponsor
yeah,
them.
We
What about
sponsor
the audio
Balance Patch.
cables?
Yeah.
Rush
Are we
is gonna
sponsored by
start
anybody?
Some intergalactic beef.
We're sponsored by everybody here because everybody here paid to play.
I
And
didn't
join.
get a cool New England squid shirt.
Oh, I got the shirt.
I didn't get one.
They have a shirt. Where's the shirt?
I-
I got the sticker though.
Yo,
Brushstrokes.
Yeah, cool
Do
sticker.
I get a shirt?
Yeah, come be a TO for New England Squids.
Oh.
I thought that already happened. Okay. Thank you. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day. This just in, chat. What was your favorite adventure that we've been on so far?
the snow is awesome.
Snow was really cool.
The fact that it happened at all, like, the weather is so bipolar this time of year.
Absolutely.
I've never seen snow.
Yeah. First time, yeah.
Yeah. And then so the other day we went hiking and there was enough snow on the ground that I could stand.
You thought it was ice.
I
and I was
did.
like, no, that's snow.
I did briefly think it was ice, yes. I got to like stand in the middle of a small
Like snowfield almost.
yeah.
3
And
inches of ice. That's a lot of ice.
But that was really cool. And then this morning, I text Rush because I set my alarm for 8:30. I was like, bro, I'm sleeping until 9. And he knocks on the door and it's like, you have to look out the window. Like, I need to see your reaction. Lifts up the shutters and
Lights.
snow everywhere. That was
What a
so
day.
cool, dude.
Snow on the trees, snow
Yeah.
on the ground.
Snow
And-
on the
like it fell
cars.
from the
yeah,
sky or
snow on the
something.
cars.
S-
Had to clear off my car, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know what like the snow brush
Oh,
was.
the brush?
Like the
Yeah,
snow
have you ever
scraper.
seen one of those before? No?
Is that a Splatoon weapon?
Oh, no, I don't think
They,
so.
they need to add that. They need to
Yeah.
add that as a weapon. That's gonna be the next
They
Platano.
can make it like a wiper and like a brush
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah.
That'd be very
the
good. I
splat
would
scraper.
use that. Exactly.
It flicks ink forward.
I really
It's just a slosher Splatana combined.
thought it was really, really cool.
It is.
And
really cool.
I fell in some snow. I like plopped down. I was told not to just trust fall it.
Yeah,
It wasn't that deep.
And
My shoes are wet.
That's not a
still.
figure of speech. That is, the snow literally wasn't that deep.
yeah.
So if you fell, it would have like on the ground.
You also need to lean in more. Look.
Why?
You
Whoa! I can move.
I need more water. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I'm
That's
thirsty.
my water
All right,
bottle.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This like we went sledding today. Can you
need
believe
to
that
take
was
off
this
your
morning?
headset so we don't get water ASMR?
I
Or is
don't.
there a way to
I
mute
don't
it?
think you will
Oh, yeah,
get water
I'll-
ASMR. I think you're okay.
I'll just move it.
Yeah. Hydration ASMR. Chug, chug, chug. The other day, we were about to play a Ludi set, and I had coffee at 5 p.m. And I told Moth to say chug, 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 chug. Bro did not know what I was chugging. And then he did, I did chug a lot of coffee. But then was like, oh, thank you. I was able to get halfway through my coffee.
The boss like it was coffee.
Bro got really upset. It was like, I wouldn't have told you to chug it if I knew it was coffee. And then would not do it again. So I had to find a soundbite on YouTube of a bunch of people screaming chug. And then I chugged the rest of my coffee.
You needed emotional. You needed.
I needed my emotional
Support.
support chant, yeah?
Chug, chug, chug.
I'm the emotional support Splatoon player.
Yeah?
Well, in between games, I sometimes I'll give like a pep talk, like a speech,
Like the big red W.
like the big red W.
You wanted to say the big red W?
Oh, the big red
What
W.
is the big red W?
To all the players here
The big
today.
red W is right in front of you. You got to eat the W, and you eat the W and you win.
It's the big
the
red
big red
W.
I need a
and
W-shaped donut.
you want it really bad.
You want it really
You're
bad.
hungry for it.
You are very hungry
and it's
for
made
it.
of cake.
Yep.
But what if
And-
the cake is a lie?
What if this is all a lie?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, that was.
Don't-
really
don't go
depressing.
collapsing reality on us
I'm
over here.
sorry, guys.
My
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
The first time you gave me the big red W talk, that left an impression.
Did it?
Yeah.
Or do we pull out the improvement graph?
Oh,
The
improvement
graph?
I might have it saved. No, that's just we're so back.
The graph. I believe very strongly in this graph. Were you there for my graph talk the other day?
I was there for the graph talk, and you sent me the graph at one point.
Yo, here's the graph talk.
The graph. Graph?
What?
Yep, the graph.
Graph?
Of,
Oh.
you can't
God,
see
you
it.
don't get to see it.
It's
Well,
all right.
Yeah,
All right.
the graph
Anyway,
remains our secret.
we got. I don't know who we got.
Yeah, we got
We didn't switch
BSU,
the
Grizz
teams.
Taco, and 9 Inch Nails.
Oh yeah, never
Yo.
mind. That's true. Okay. Yeah, BSU is the yellow team. 9 Inch Nails is blue. and
bows
we're
on either side.
What is with the well strings here today?
That is a clash.
A Clash,
Clash.
Blaster. I love that.
What a day.
Who is this? Matherson.
Matherson.
So
on the
based.
Clash.
So based.
Base.
I expect at least 20 kills, to be honest.
Let's go.
Oh.
Oh.
Next time. I heard one direct.
3 down on the side of 9 Inch Nails, and now that is a delayed wipe. And BSU Grizzco has the Booyah as well. They should be able to get tower up pretty good here.
Hopefully. It depends
Hello,
whether or not
first
these
check.
Glucos
Goodbye,
go
first check.
in and overextend. That
Yeah.
could make the difference
back
here for a
up.
second check.
Smart to back up there.
Controlling snipe before window. So based. Cooler, and is that a second
Ooh.
booyah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get the bow.
Almost.
But do they know that there's still Glucos over here? This dude
Another
is, like,
Booyah.
so patient.
How many Booyahs are there in this game?
Step.
2?
Oh, Step is beat that.
Oh.
Heat control over that
Oh.
window.
9 Inch Nails gets wiped. And now BSU Grizzco is all the way in their base. Overextends a little bit, but still
Those
they get
3
the
extra
third
frames
check.
on wall activation.
Yeah. Oh, that gets the pick, but they really need to stop tower here. 7 points to the KO point.
I love how BSU Grizz Taco is floating this year.
They are doing that very well. Keeping their specials up as well.
Yeah.
Keeping their special advantage up, mostly.
Now only 6 points left, so I think somebody's close to tower now.
Yeah, there's
Another
two
Booyah.
here.
Now they are on tower.
They just need that bow out of there.
Yeah, there's one more.
The drop, can't get a pick. Oh, the clash goes down.
Trades.
Now 5 more points, 3,
Oh
and
my
they get the KO.
Sorry, did I yell too
BSU.
loud?
BSU gets the
Let's
KO.
it still gets let. I can speak.
It's
Let's
okay.
yell more.
Yes. That was a very clean game from them. Took control of mid from the very beginning, got some picks, and then did a nice job using their specials to lock out for pretty much a minute.
Yeah.
Just gave 9 Inch Nails, really didn't have any chances after that
Yeah.
once they got locked out.
We did get a nice fist bump on the BSU Grizz Taco.
Shoutouts to the bows. Keeping paint down and keeping people off tower on both sides. It was inspiring to watch.
I'm taking notes about fighting bows later in bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a weapon that charges. If you can hit them before
Very
they charge, you win.
annoying. Too much chip. Stay away from me.
Eat chip and fries.
Oh.
Bo, not
Yeah.
you.
No, I stopped paying attention for a second. I was like, just stay away from me. And I was like, what? going
yeah,
on?
you.
Sorry.
I don't like brush players or people named Brush. Shout out to TOs.
Yeah.
Shout
They
out
should
to
get
TOs.
more respect or something. I don't know.
I agree.
No comment.
No comment.
Anyway, moving on. We're
Game
starting
two.
game 2.
Perhaps it is battle time.
It's
It
battle
is
time.
indeed battle time. Game 2 is on. Hey, screen change.
Oh.
Scene change.
Whoa.
All right, there we
All
go.
right, there we go.
Perfect
All
timing.
right, we are all set now, and double V shot, the double V shot, double dualies comp.
Comes
Yeet,
back.
Yeet Glugas. Make me so angry and so happy at the same time. So talented on this movie.
Find oh wow, another.
Oh wow.
They're on a
Holding
good
onto
streak
his
here.
own.
Yeet fan cam. Sorry, switching.
Here comes the first booyah.
Yeah, it's popped, thrown out.
Strikes to retaliate. Briscoe holding most of the paint for now.
Gonna go in.
And now-
down.
Going 3 down.
9-inch snails is gonna be able to cap here with the wipeout on BSU.
Will anyone try and get up to
They have
circle?
2 Zukas, both Zukas up here. They pop one, trying to find the bow, but they can't
There's
find
one top
anything.
And there go the
Down.
Gluglas taking right out. About to have a Zuka of their own. It's 2 down.
Yeet throws
Paint's
that
in. Now where's the
booyah.
players?
They're moving in. Yeet gets one. Starkle trades out their teammate.
Choosing not to pick a fight with the try. Very wise.
BSU does get the cap here, and now 2 down on the side of 9-inch snails. 3 down, and now they're
And now the paint's
just
on
a
the
shot
other
coming
side.
back. Yeah.
And they're also very close to another Zuka and another
Pushing even
cooler.
further up. Oh, they're about to have all their specials.
Yep,
They got the cooler, the wave breaker, the
Now
booyah.
who will they kill?
Zuka on the booyah though.
That's 1.
Dousers go down.
That's 2.
D-shot goes down, so now they have the strikes.
But they're,
Oh, another Zuka.
they're getting
jumping
so
out.
many points though.
Yeah,
And right in.
down to 30.
It's
They
do
still
or
have more
die.
specialists too. Although now the Glugas go down. But 2 down on the side of 9-inch snails.
Oh, wow. Great pick from the try there.
Yeah, and that, I believe, should secure them the win here as long as they can get this V shot.
Yeah, Matherson forced the back, but that makes it
Let's go.
GG.
BSU gets the win there. KO on, what map was this? This map,
Splash Zone
Zones.
Umami.
Mahi.
Yeah, Zones Umami.
Mahi, no.
Gosh, diddly darn. And that was for BSU Grisco,
Yes.
and that
2-0.
makes us 2-0.
Wow.
The set. BSU Grizz Taco. I keep saying Grisco, it's Grizz Taco.
It's great
Grizz
stuff.
Taco.
I just see the G and a bunch of Z's, and I just assume it's Chris.
It does look like Grisco.
Yeah. Connection to the host.
Connection
has
to
been
the host
lost.
has been lost.
So I think everybody's.
Someone unplug our LAN cable.
Are we done with that
No.
group? Or
I think.
I think so.
I think so.
I think that's
We'll
everything.
find out shortly. I'm sure we'll be fetched.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we yap now until
Yep.
Until fetching.
we're told otherwise. Until they have a commentary switch.
Until some other lovely people will be joining the stream.
Some other people who get dragged onto mic by their friend.
I believe the phrase you're looking for is rad grabbed.
Yeah.
I hear
Hi.
an
What's up?
announcement.
Oh, we were thinking ramen. Do you want to go for ramen? Yeah. Huh? Oh, sorry. We're discussing
sign
dinner
off.
plans right now. Dude, don't just close us out like
okay.
that, bro.
I said the word sign off. We're off.
No, you give us a chance
wow.
to sign out.
Wow. Nice. Are we still are we still live?
Oh.
Do I say
I
it
glitched.
live?
What? What? What live?
You can find us here winning New InkLAN.
You can
Tonight.
find us here at New InkLAN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, so you can.
Here's
introduce
my
yourself.
coordinates.
Yeah, I'm Hermit. You can find me on Twitter at HermitCrab26, I guess, and on Blue Sky at like Hermit Crab too, I think. Yeah.
Anything else you
Super.
want to share?
Ink Brush is amazing.
I'm Rush. You literally cannot find me anywhere except Discord.
True.
Nice.
Dualies are fun.
Hi,
Okay.
Skep. You can find me at Skepidillions pretty much anywhere. I don't use Twitter anymore though. And I heart Blob and Zap. All right.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
everyone.
We'll
Thank
be
you,
back
everyone, for
shortly.
joining.
Commentating.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Switch. Twitch. Bye.
we apologize for a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are back with Group B here in the group stage. My name is Nero, by the way,
I'm Star.
and we are so excited to be here at Balance Patch in the Boston area. Our first match is between Mass Pike and WPI Flint and Steel. So, do you know anything about either of these teams?
I don't actually.
Me neither. I've never seen. Well, that's not true. I am aware that Squidoko and Tesseract have been a duo for a while, and I've been meeting up with them a few times at these lands, or at least seeing their face and getting to see their gameplay a little bit. And so we'll see what they have decided to whip up here in this WPI team here. WPI being Worcester Polytechnical. Yeah.
I want to say.
So definitely a fun group. Hopefully. As far as Mass Pike is concerned, I am not familiar with that team at all. Oh my gosh, our chat are fans of you?
I have a couple of teammates who I know who are watching. They've been dying to see my face. So, but we're starting off on Barnacle and Dime today.
That is correct. Our first match of the group stage, Barnacle and Dime Zones. So it looks like we will be seeing Tessa getting out of pencil jail, switching to the headed as well as a pencil on the other side.
And not just a headed, custom headed.
Oh, very true.
Custom.
Not even bringing the cooler to this.
Definitely. That's heading on into mid. We're already starting off with blue team taking over.
Yes, blue team is having some early paint here, not getting too far before the stone gets contested, neutralized, as well as, but a couple of picks on the blue team may have, yes, they have control over the zone as well again. Dooley's coming in, they're forcing the headed to jump out, and we are seeing a complete control of mid on the side of blue team here.
Definitely. It looks like the clock's ticking down. It's really going to take the yellow team a lot of time to kind of centralize and get back to the mid, unless they can force a pick, which unfortunately they're going 2 down, which is really going to hold them back.
That is unfortunately going to be a wipe, and that is in favor of Mass Pike, I believe. Yes, Mass Pike is the blue team.
Mass Pike, yes. Yeah. It looks like WPI is going to have one last push to get out of their spawn, but it looks like it's going to be uncontested. Going about with 1 down, with the specials coming out, unfortunately, not WPI's game.
Yeah, so really open and shut game.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of contesting, which is a little bit of a surprise. I definitely was expecting more of a fight from the WPI team. So we'll see how they respond here. The next map in the group stage being Clam Blitz on Museum.
Yeah, definitely. Something that's really going to be a big counter is kind of just being able to regroup on that stage back in spawn, Being able
definitely. I didn't. I saw a lot more crab play, if I remember correctly, from Mass Pike as well. WPI didn't really manage to get a lot of use out of Tessa's credit. So we'll see if they switch it up or if they try again just once more with feeling here. By the way, I am on camera, and this is. I've had a little bit of practice with camera, but not a ton. How do you do the free cam?
I believe it's the upper bumpers and then the left stick.
The upper bumpers. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I believe it is. Or
yeah,
left
controls. Okay, I can see it. I can see it.
Stick. I think left ZL and stick, if I remember correctly.
Top down. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Okay.
that's
yeah,
top
yeah,
down,
I got it.
but
Okay,
that's
okay.
the
Okay.
objective.
Sick.
Right stick. But I believe left stick does top down. Yeah, push.
Oh yeah, those aren't my pronouns. Wait a minute.
Wait a
How
second.
did they were right when I last looked. Thank you very much for catching that.
Yeah, no, thank you. One thing's for sure is it's starting off with a big lead. It's going to be a little bit tougher on WPI's side of things.
Oh,
we get these fixed here.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Yeah, I think our colors are switched on stream. That should be, I believe, 1 point. Oh, yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, we're working
I'm
out. We're
here,
working out the
everybody.
kinks
It's
here.
fine. Don't
We're
worry.
working out the kinks here.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the score. I'm pretty sure that WPI is the team of Skudoko and Tessa.
No, the WPI
and-
team won. Oops, I'm
and
sorry.
that
guys.
should that should be a win for Mass Pike if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That point should be going to Mass Pike. So
No,
as we get
WPI.
into game 2 here, this is on Museum Clams.
Yes.
So we're gonna be seeing.
Click.
Oh, the top down cam. Oh, okay.
There you
Zoom
go.
in that way. That
Yeah.
way. Okay.
There you
gotcha. All right. So, see
Already
who
a
makes a
fight.
mad grab for these mid clams here. We're getting some early picks on the side of Mass Pike again.
WPI
WPI
really
forced to back up. Yeah.
They're really putting on the pressure here. It's really a hard time for Mass Pike to really respond here.
Yeah. We might need some clarification because yeah,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that WPI is the one that's getting backed up. WPI being
Yes.
yellow and Mass Pike being the more aggressive team, the blue team.
Yes.
But I could be totally. I could have my teams confused.
I-
I have looked at the bracket and I could have sworn that WPI was Skudoko. I'll have to double check that here in a second.
Yes,
But
definitely.
as yellow team gets more control of mid here, the blue team is going to lose a couple of clams. The crabs are going to come out to try to defend, but unfortunately they're going to be shredded as yellow team takes control of mid, takes control of clams, gets a power clam, and tries to see if they can get enough paint to get a push going here.
Definitely, definitely. And one thing that's really interesting to see is that the yellow team is responding by grouping up together in one area. It's a little dangerous with that reach slider coming out and immediately getting two. Unbelievable
Yeah,
as
the
they're
push
forced to
is
back
shut
up.
down.
Malachi really just holding on the back line, just making sure that the area is painted up for their team, and really putting on that pencil pressure as usual.
Oh, picks on both sides. Both sides only have 3 squids. Oh, another pick in favor of yellow as they get some more momentum here, trying to re-up their push. The game is still scoreless, so it is anybody's first push here as Skudoko and their team try to make a move.
Definitely, and the blue team is really struggling to kind of push into mid here. There's a lot of neutral game, which is really good to see. Never mind, as we get 2 down on the yellow team, as the blue team begins their push right into mid, going 3 down on the yellow side. Blue team really in a good position to score here, Nero.
Yep, and as the yellow team continues to try to defend this, they are going to fail to and stagger a little bit. So the basket does open. We are going to have a first score on the side of blue team, almost halfway through the game.
Definitely. These teams are definitely showing that they have a lot to prove here, especially in this first set. Really showing off with their teamwork and abilities. I definitely can see why they are placed together. As the blue team goes 1 down back in mid, yellow team finally being able to push back in a minute, get some control here. As the crowd comes out, getting splat left and right, getting 1, 2, 3 down on the blue team. Really showing off their skills here.
Yes, the yellow team playing a little bit patient as they roll back out, definitely working in their favor. Able to build that crab and get some momentum out of it.
Definitely, and as the clam economy shows, the ball pushing up as a score, but now they have to rush in to get it. Will they be able to do this?
Blue team trying desperately to defend their lead here, not allowing any clams to get in. They're going to get their picks. They're going to force the crab to get shredded and move back to mid, pick up the clams, and make sure that yellow team does not have a leg to stand on with this push.
Yes, definitely. One thing that's coming out from the blue team is really that control over their defense, really making sure not to stagger on the way out. As the blue team immediately starts the next push, gets this ball in immediately as the crowd comes out.
Yeah, that reef and jump out play definitely working in their favor in a very surprising way. Just able to kind of displace and make an opening for the actual ball to get in. Very nice moves from that blue team.
Definitely, as the score is ticking down, 23, 1 minute left in this match. Yellow team's really struggling to get them out of their base as they just keep popping up like little groundhogs.
Yep, they're definitely not going away. The head trying to gain some ground. The blue team having to jump back into mid, but not getting fully pushed all the way back out. As the yellow team retakes their plat, tries to get a foothold here for the final minute of the game. But blue team gonna shark them out, not let any mid control go their way.
Yellow team immediately going one down in the final push here. 30 seconds left. They're really feeling the pressure here as they're starting to grip up on the left side towards the center of mid. The blue team really just holding mid down, even going 2 down as the yellow team starts to take over mid. 15 seconds left in this match. It's anybody's match though.
That yellow team definitely feeling the desperation. Unfortunately, one of their balls is going to go down to a bomb, and the other one is going to have to get desperately saved. As 7 seconds remain, I don't think yellow team is going to get in here with this little time remaining, but they do have a little bit of overtime to try and make something happen. They are going to get a couple picks, some paint up on the other plat as the staggering starts to happen on the side of blue team. They are going to gain some ground, see if they get a shot in. One ball misses, the other one gets in.
Oh no, it's just the crab.
Pick up that ball.
They have to get in.
They need more clans. They're unfortunately going to get totally wiped out and miss their chance to make that push count on here, and so that is going to be a 2-0 win for whichever team is actually the blue team here. Let's pull up the bracket one more time and see if we can figure this out.
Definitely. Apologize, guys, on that one.
WPI is blue. We confirm this? Okay.
Can we have advance notice next time?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Like who's who?
Yeah, no,
It
is on there. I just really thought that I knew which one it was, and I just guess I got them backwards. If we can
Not
just have a
getting any
look here.
We can refresh.
Yeah.
Technical.
All right. So as we get set up for the next set here, that was definitely a bit more of a answer from Squidoko and Tessa, which is good to see, and of the team Mass Pike.
WPI one.
Rosters. Mass Pike.
Tesseract.
Yeah. Okay. I just got him fully backwards. I don't know how that happened. I must have
It
gotten.
is on my end.
I must have gotten some weird information back a couple days ago. But so that was definitely a win for WPI. But nice counterplay from Mass Pike towards the end. Finding some synergy, finding some defensive ground, but not really able to bring the push quite back all the way to the other team's side of the map. What do you suppose that was?
I want to say it was definitely like you can tell with the flow of the crab. There was a reef slider. They really utilized their specials to be able to push in as safely as possible. Really able to take so much space in mid that I think that going to give them the advantage. While Mass Pike just wasn't able to really hold their ground as they were kind of getting pressure, because the pencil really needed to set up, but they just couldn't get the pressure there.
Yeah. So just to make sure that we don't cross our wires here.
I'm sorry,
the
not
team
the pencil, the
head-it was having trouble, getting really set up.
Yes.
And we did see some more crab play from that head-it, like I was saying, in that second game.
Yes.
But in terms of the WPI team that did win, the pencil just really being able to set up just a zombie comp, I feel like.
Yeah.
Really doing what pencil does best, establishing, base ground, establishing paint, establishing the coolers, and just making sure that they had those coolers no matter what when they got in, which, ultimately, that WPI team with I believe they did have a zap, but the zap just wasn't managing to do that job as well. I felt like the zap was mostly going down and not really being able to contribute that many coolers, and so on the side of WPI, you really almost have a double team. You really almost have a team of 8 versus 4. When that situation is going on. So what do you suppose? If this were to be a playoff 3, what do you suppose would need to be the answer to that?
Definitely being able to kind of break down that pencil's positioning and be really able to pressure it out of position, because once it's set up, it's really hard to push out a pencil, especially when their teammates are just constantly going in.
Yeah, very true.
One other thing I want to also note is that Dread was a big problem, laying down a lot of paint, really able to kind of get those resliders right away as they established a push with the crab.
Yes, and using them in very creative ways, not really to get picks necessarily, but to really, as more of a scare tactic. We definitely saw that one. Thank you. We definitely saw that one push towards the end where they really solidified their lead, and the reef slider that just came right in, and with the full intention of jumping out afterwards with the quick super jump, and just completely scrambling their positioning. You know,
Yeah.
not really caring whether they got the pick, just whether they got them out of
It's just
position.
it's really just push. We're just setting up like a wall of paint almost. It's so interesting how you can just how fast-paced the games really can be, and once you're, it just never gave Mass Pike a chance to kind of
Yeah.
just set up and go
Yeah.
as
So
they were able to pressure us quickly.
definitely, definitely. So we are kind of slowly getting set up for our next match here. I do see that Mass Pike is returning, but I don't see their team in the booth. I wonder if they're taking a break of some kind. But we are kind of on a bit of a slowdown.
Def-
Oh, okay.
okay, so we're just
So
waiting.
we are just waiting for a game. That must be a technical issue that was a bit of an unfortunate slowdown there. I do know that when I was over on that setup, I was having issues with one of the audio channels.
Yeah.
But but there must have been some other type of thing. So one thing that we can talk about here is the Mass Pike, the one that just kind of totally had to really scramble their defense, is
Yes.
going to kind of get another shot to hold their own here against this next team, Krusty Krab Tank.
Definitely.
I don't know much about this team either, Krusty Krab Tank, but I would imagine that there is at least going to be some crab counterplay going on.
I have a feeling that's going to be kind of the theme of the day, where it's just kind of who can establish the better crab tank positioning. It's a very common weapon or special for today.
Yeah,
It's
I
something-
wonder why that is. What year is it? Right?
Great
Crab
question.
meta?
I
Are
think
we
it's
back
year
in
one
crab
now.
meta?
Are we
Yeah.
back in crab meta? But it's
Who
definitely
knows?
a huge difference between online and now, where you don't have to. You kind of get that instant response.
Yeah. Because was that a buff, right?
I don't know. It was nerfed when
It
it
was
was
nerfed.
so you can't go into ball form and immediately fire. Where it's a little bit of a
Yeah.
delay.
That was a while ago.
It was a
That was
a
a while
long time ago.
Yeah.
But definitely one thing I haven't seen a lot today, which is interesting to me, is not as many strike users.
Yeah, not as many strikes. Yeah, I feel like our team really was focused on strikes.
I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
I was
I feel like our team was really focused on strikes, and so it's
Definitely.
interesting to see, kind of the diversity. Do you think that this game is in after the most recent patch? Do you think that this game is in a bit of a balanced state now, or do you think that there is a new meta emerging?
I think we're getting closer to a better meta. We're getting closer. We're not there yet. I think I personally I think Wave should get a little bit more. I do think that
Yeah.
some of the other chumps hasn't gotten touched since I don't know, day 2 of it coming out.
Yeah.
So I think a couple of the specials just need to be buffed to where
Yeah. I
they're
mean, it did
all
get that damage
feeling.
buff.
They did get a little bit, but, once, but I feel like they're still kind of just there.
Yeah. So I think I agree. It's not totally balanced, but
Yeah.
in terms of the big names that have been part of the meta, there's kind of not one true answer.
Yeah.
We kind of get to choose the best of the best.
Yeah.
Right? Whether
Yeah.
it's the Crab Tank, whether it's the Strikes,
Yep.
the newly buffed Ultra Stamp, the newly buffed Splashdown.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
pencil having been nerfed, but still kind of being a player in this fight,
Yeah.
as we saw with WPI taking that away with the pencil.
Definitely.
Speaking of which, what do you think? If that pencil meta comes back, do you think that Mass Pike is going to be able to have an answer this time, or do you think they're gonna kind of?
I think one thing that they kind of have to establish is just kind of that early neutral game is where they kind of struggled a little bit, where they kind of had one person rushing in and immediately got picked, which kind of created that domino effect in a way, where as soon as one person goes down, it's immediately a 4v3. So it just becomes a little bit of a problem because
Yeah.
a specialist card coming out, you're kind of getting backed up and immediately losing space.
Yeah.
So I just really think being able to play around their teammates and just kind of focusing on that neutral game, maybe holding off a little bit, getting specials, then
Yeah.
immediately starting the push will probably solve the problem.
Yeah, so
But
you definitely feel as though they were having to use a lot of their specials defensively.
not
And
necessarily
yeah.
defensively. I'm more saying kind of being able to go in with their specials.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's
Um,
something that was kind of a big notice immediately off the bat. But I'm not sure how the Krusty Krab is going to play either.
Yeah,
because
we
it depends
really
on the
know.
weapons.
I mean, we can see a little bit of the game going on just from our spot here. I don't know what team we're watching though, so I can't
It's
be
about-
sure. But they are definitely in game 2. They're getting close to the end of game 2, so we should hopefully be seeing.
It's about
If
30
not
seconds left.
if not 2-0, then at the very least we should be seeing not too much longer before this team gets transitioned into the streaming booth here. It's always unfortunate, you know, it's kind of a coin flip whether the match on stream is going to be long and interesting or whether it's going to be a lot of waiting.
Definitely.
And in the
It's
case
about
of
15 seconds left in the match, and
yeah.
it's very close.
in the case of this first game, it is looking like we're going to have a bit of a waiting here. I do agree with chat. They should add Splatoon to this game.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough Splatoon in
No,
in
not at
Splatoon.
all.
They really need to add more.
Guys, there's not enough Splatoon in the world. Sorry. I
So-
heard this is a really cool game called Splatoon on the Switch. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't had a chance to play though.
No.
Is it good?
I've heard it's pretty good. I heard from what I heard, it's dying.
Oh yeah.
That's what I've heard.
What's killing it?
I don't know. For me, I think we have plenty of a competitive.
Oh well, maybe we should be hosting a LAN for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A couple lands.
Yeah.
Like this one. What is this? All right.
This is MS Paint.
MSP.
Competitive MS Paint. All right. It does look like the game 2 has ended over on the other streaming side. And what I don't know is whether there's going to be a game 3. But if we watch for just a little bit, we might be able to figure it out. It does look like people are continuing to. No, it looks like people are getting up. So we are going to be transitioning towards this next game here in a little bit. Splatoon is maybe a game. I've heard that it's more of a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's the stay fresh mentality.
Yeah, it's reserved only for the upper echelon of cephalopod people, I guess. I am a bird, as you can see, so I have a different kind of beak.
I have an invisible human face mask on right now.
Oh,
so
I see. Oh, okay.
I'm hiding my true identity.
You're hiding your true identity. All right. It's not a squid person, is it? Because I don't think we
you
could be
wouldn't know.
friends. I don't think we could be friends. Bird people and squid people. I don't know. Our beaks would clash a little bit too much, I think.
It's beaks on the squid. That's new.
Yeah. You don't know that squids have beaks?
I did know.
You do now?
I'm making that joke.
That's why they're called beacon.
Ha.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm more of a ninja squid, so I can't actually tell you. Oh wait, I messed up, guys.
You heard it here first. He admits it. He's a squid.
One thing's for sure, I am very interested. Was the recent balance patch that came out? I was just curious to what your thoughts were on it.
Well, my thoughts were that I'm a dually main, so the end parry buff, the splashdown buff is good. The buff to splat dualies in general is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, they also buffed Zap, which is another weapon that I play. That's my main pain support weapon. So as a flex player, I just feel like all of my roles are improving. Yeah, that's all I have to say. What about you?
Definitely. I'm a Wellstringer main, so any buffs at all we always appreciate. So
Very
the
true,
hammer
yeah.
buff is huge.
Yeah, hammer buff.
Being able to
Yeah.
just throw it and actually say I have a special that is somewhat usable, because
Yeah,
before you just throw it, it's like cool.
Yeah, I
Get
do
30
wonder if
damage.
they're going to improve the armor.
They have a room up, so we're
Okay.
gonna start hopping into the private battle
Yeah.
and really getting this game going today.
Yeah, I'm not used to being in control of the camera.
I can
But-
take over. if you
Yeah,
want.
well, just in terms of logistics.
Gotcha.
We can take turns if you want, though.
Yeah, I can,
Yeah.
do I take over this? Then?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, guys, I'm going to be in control of the camera. I make
Yeah.
no promises on how well we're able to kind of motion control this.
I'm sure you got it. I'm sure you got it. I'm trying to get the map list back up here.
Definitely get the
And
rosters and stuff.
it looks
getting
as
prepped.
though we are starting out on Rainmaker Scorch Gorge.
Alrighty. And this is the Krusty Krab versus the Brush. Versus the Mass Pikes. And as I
Yeah, so Mass Pike, yes, is going to switch to the Alpha side this time.
yes.
And Krusty Krab will be on Bravo.
Okay.
That's the match we just watched.
Yep. I just opened it up and it just fails on me, guys. I am technically genius.
Start.gg is a website.
Because like
It's a website.
it's a site, guys. I am so glad. Honestly, I'm glad that Ludi took over for with Sendu.
Yes, no, Sendu has been so nice. I'm very glad that we were able to use that resource.
Yeah.
We're still
Alright,
waiting
there we go.
on Krusty Krab Tank to get transitioned from their previous match, which did they win?
Krusty Krab is currently going as soon as the game wants to.
As soon as Start.gg wants to work.
Oh man, I love the site. It's great. Krusty
it
Krab
looks-
went 0-2, so
It
it's
looks as
literally
though,
the tiebreaker
yeah.
game for
So
these
this
guys.
is, definitely a tiebreaker game. Both of these teams having suffered one loss are going to see who can kind of figure their squids out here.
My phone does not want to stabilize, so we are just gonna have to deal with.
Yeah, in terms of the players, I've seen Mrs. L around, but I haven't seen a lot of their gameplay. So this will be interesting to see what they're going to bring here.
Definitely, and I'm just gonna kind of wander around the locker room a little bit, kind of guess a little bit. It's like we have a rapid, a shot, sploosh. Definitely a variety of weapons.
Yeah, there's
something that
this
has
is
been,
definitely a change from what we saw earlier with the, we're switching from credit to Wellstring.
yeah.
I think this might be a joke comp, unless they really want to run this on Rainmaker.
Okay, do you not doubt the Wellstringer?
I don't doubt the Wellstring in
Rainmaker?
general, but I'm
It
just
is a
saying this
pain.
team is, I don't know if this team is actually prepared to use it or if they're just joshing around.
True.
We'll
true,
see,
true,
though.
true.
We'll see. We'll see.
Definitely.
We are seeing Krusty Krab Tank start to roll into the lobby, so we will get started very soon. I'm going to give one more shout out to our host, Balance Patch, here in Boston area, Massachusetts, as well as our hosting organization, New England Squids, and our TOs,
Yes.
Brushstrokes, Avril, and Fuchsia are doing a great job
Definitely, guys.
getting
They
this
are
whole
rocking it today.
thing
We've
together.
had. I can't tell you, like, the amount of technical difficulties we have had today and being
For
able
sure.
to solve them very quickly.
Well,
is
how
just
how late
amazing.
did we finally start? Did we finally start like 90 minutes late?
Yeah, about an hour
It
and
was
a half.
insane,
It's
all of the
incredible.
equipment failures and all of the different things that were going on. So we really appreciate everybody getting things together and holding on and getting things rolling here. We're still waiting on two more people to
Full
join the
hour
room.
late. I'm sorry.
Full hour?
Correction.
Yeah, so not quite 90 minutes, but
We got to give him
Yeah.
a little bit more credit here.
yeah. So speaking of which, Star, you do main Wellstring. That was your main weapon
Yep.
that we were playing with together. So if it is in fact Tessa on this Wellstring, you were probably going to have a lot of things to say about how
Oh,
she plays.
I can either critically judge or be like amazed at the gameplay. 'cause
You will see- we'll
honestly, like
see.
when it does come to Rainmaker, it is Bo's best mode in my opinion. Just because of the amount of object shred and Wellstringer, like it is not
Very
a joke
true.
on that bubble. Like the amount of times the bubble can pop, just surprisingly, due to a Wellstringer being left alone, is just
Yeah, for
absolutely
sure.
insane.
And remind me what sub it has.
It has so the V1 has chicken and hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So with the recent hammer buff, that splash damage on the bubble is even bigger of a nuke.
Very true. Very true.
So that's the one you kind of want to lean towards. But the location one, as it has this point sensor in wave breaker. It's definitely, it's not a joke either, because being able to locate the enemy team is just, takes away so much surprise. It clears up the comms, and you're just able to push through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
All right.
looks
So
like everybody's getting
looks
in the
like
room
everybody
here.
is in, so we will be starting very soon. Yeah. Now, do you want to be holding an S Blast right now?
I don't want to, but it's just kind of that weapon that is just kind of like, okay. I'm not really too particular over it. I just want to get that camera control really on the ground. It's just a reminder of which team is who for the Alpha versus Bravo here.
Yeah. So definitely Mass Pike moving to the Alpha side with Jacob, Squidoku, Tesseract, and Renzo. And coming into the Bravo side, Krusty Crab Tank with players Yosh, Garrett, Hamburglar, and Mrs. L. So our players have 55 seconds left to finalize their gear. And as soon as that timer is up, we will get started here on Scorch Gorge Rainmaker.
Definitely.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a team actually bringing a stringer to this map. I feel like range is a huge factor on Scorch.
I would disagree. I think Scorch Gorge is Bo's best, like one of Bo's best maps.
Oh, I think you are agreeing with me. You just misunderstood
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I disagree with the
yeah.
range being kind of the key, but I don't think that I don't know about like E-Leader can be hit or miss on that map. I personally think.
That's very true.
So I just think like it's definitely like a lot more elevated, so it can cause a little bit of a problem.
And that big mid spiral, although it's not as much in Rainmaker.
Yes. And on Rainmaker, especially crossing that great section, it can be very dangerous for a lot of folks if you have it.
All right, so as we get started here, we are going to see well strings on both sides. So not the full comp that we were seeing in the lobby, but we are seeing it built around this well string from Squidoku, or from Tesseract, excuse me.
Definitely.
As both teams rush for pop, we are going to see a pop on the side of Krusty Crab Tank. And as they get some early mid-control, Wellstring going to try to contest with some picks of their own, but not really going to succeed, having to back up and give up the right check on the side of blue team. Krusty Crab Tank, as they just continue to steamroll right into the court and take space all over the place.
Definitely. The Rainmaker really just being able to push right on in to 38 on the board. They're immediately kind of just able to rush right on in.
Yeah, so that is a decent first push from Krusty Crab Tank. The 38 points getting finally shut down by Mass Pike as they answer and start to slowly roll out. They are going to let the Rainmaker reset to middle, but not before they meet some resistance already under their ledge from Garrett and Hamburglar. They're going to push them back, but not enough. They're going to get some picks down on Mass Pike. Mass Pike desperately trying to hold any corner of mid here as they pull out the cooler, trying to get a foothold and see if they can stay in the game here. The stamp comes out. They are going to get pushed back though, but the rush coming in with the flank, going to get a couple of picks, pushing the Wellstring all the way back, not going to even let them stay alive. They're going to get a second push here as they move into the court once again. The specials coming out and the Rainmaker trying to seal the deal with the knockout.
Rush is immediately able to kind of walk right on in as if they were invisible for
As
a
if
second.
they were a brush.
Yeah.
All right, so it is going to once again shut down, but not before scoring another point. The Mass Pike going to try to paint back in. The Stamp going to come out to clean some people out. It is going to get 1, 2, 3, not 3. But the Monozook is going to have one more spot of paint as we continue to see this play of Mass Pike, is playing very patient and, trying to get footholds in mid, but not really able to hold them as they continue to get 2 down. And blue team, another push on the side of blue team. They're going to try to hold a flank with the Rain Blaster, and it is going to push back a little bit, but not enough. They're going to only hold them in mid and not really able to push them back as they kind of try to avoid staggering here.
The Kraken really just trying to find anybody, and unfortunately it goes down with miss. But as the blue team, Krusty Krab just really able to take control of the map as they're able to kind of just focus on this mid-section here.
Mass Pike able to hold some ground here. The Wellstring going to continue to push up and be in a bit of a risky position here. And the blue team going to try to punish. Not going to manage to do it with the bucket, but the rush is going to come in and wipe the slate clean.
On its own.
So at this point, I'm definitely going to say that Mass Pike is being a little bit too aggressive with the back line. you know, they're not really taking the best positions and the high ground, and they're getting punished for it. The blue team is able to just run in with the brush and just clean out their entire team just because they're too clumped up and too low vertically.
One thing I'm noticing a little bit as well is they're just having the control over that paint. It's really massive, especially for a blaster player on the side of Mass Pike here.
And Krusty Krab going to continue to hold the first checkpoint and stagger Mass Pike as the Rainmaker continues to go forward to try and score points. A little bit too hasty there as they're going to get punished by the V-shot. Mass Pike desperately trying to paint some territory as they're nearing the 1 minute left mark. They are going to have a cooler to try and regroup, but they're not able to get into mid. The snipe is going to get taken by Wellstring. We'll see if they manage to hold on to some high ground. The Zook is going to get unfortunately punished, and they're going to start to have a little bit of a stagger. The Pop is going to get some picks. The Mono Zook coming out, unfortunately, going to get whiffed on the crate. But the mid control is all that Krusty Krab needs to seal the deal and make this fair game 1 to lose.
Definitely. It's 45 seconds left in the match. It's really hard for this for the team to really just kind of able to get back into mid. It's struggling, going constantly 2 down with 30 seconds left. The Rainmaker starts to make its final push here. Definitely need Mass Pike to pull out something in order to stop this final push.
This is L holding the rein, looking for the paint to get back into score. Their final push, but they don't need to. The Kraken is going to try to punish the aggression here and try to force an overtime, but it's not going to find the pick. The Rainmaker going to keep holding on and holding the wipe out. Is going to add insult to injury here as they continue to try to get the knockout. But it doesn't matter because they're going to prevent overtime and take this game 1 for the side of Krusty Krab Tank.
Yeah. Honestly, it was very, very controlled. You can definitely tell that Krusty Krab really wanted to make sure that Mass Pike just could not regroup. And once they got that push going, it was immediately brush coming out the flank. 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, we were seeing, like I was saying, we were seeing consistently the Wellstring take pillow, which is, you know, in my opinion, is not a very advantageous place for a backline to be, especially one that can't really deal with getting rushed. You really want to hold the high ground and try to, you know, hold your ground. If you're on snipe, you have a better chance if your whole team goes down of getting out and finding a different high ground to try and contest from, rather than if you get rushed on pillow, you're just down.
Definitely, and one other thing is that the backline just really does not want to be next to their teammates unless they're getting rushed down, like you said. Being in that position, it really creates that awkward position of one team going down, your teammate, your paint covered, you're a slow-moving weapon. You got to be able to back up and get out because your life is really the most important one of the team.
Very true. We are going to move on to game 2, which is going to be Clam Blitz on Inkblot.
Definitely, and some things about the map just to remember. Inkblot is one of those maps that, like, as soon as you get control of that bats area, that upper right section of the map, you really got to be careful because that's a really easy way to an enemy team can box you in and get you in some trouble there.
Very true. I've definitely had games on Inkblot where the opposing team just kind of got into our bats and never left, and it was a huge problem. And even when we thought we cleared them out, there was still a shark, and they jumped in or they just flanked us. And so definitely one of the key areas to make sure that they never infest is your bats.
Definitely.
In terms of, prior to that, though, the neutral game, you have to make a choice. Are you going to push head on up the ramp, or you're going to try to flank with the rail? And so depending on your comp, we'll see what these two teams decide to do as we get into this game here. We are going to see the S-Blast come back out. We are going to see a Rapid Pro Deco, or just a Rapid Deco rather, coming from the side of Mass Pike. And as we see both teams rush the clams, we're going to look at some neutral game here. No picks yet going into the early game. The early cooler coming out from Squidoku is going to give us some pressure, but we'll see how the Krusty Krab decides the spots. Notably, the Krusty Krab is, okay, the cooler comes, I did not see the zap. So both teams running a zap instead of the pencil here. And so we'll see if that neutral game kind of cancels each other out here. both teams getting 1 pick each, but nobody seems to have momentum yet.
Definitely, for sure. And one thing that is really interesting to see is the Krusty Krab kind of grouping up on this right side here, kind of drawing the attention away as Mass Pike goes 2 down immediately, just off of that one area, kind of cutting off the Wellspring, being in some trouble on plat, immediately going down as the clamp comes out with 4 minutes left. His first score going immediately to the Krusty Krab.
We saw Pincer play from Krusty Krab, the brush coming in from the left, the brush getting put down but continuing to just come right back on the left and flank their ramp so that they're forced to divide their attention, and that's definitely going to work out well for them as they get their points. And even though they don't have any extra points this time, that's an early lead for Krusty Krab as Mass Pike once again cleans them out and tries to get any sort of foothold in mid.
Definitely. And one thing that's really interesting this time around is from the Mass Pikes, they're running a Rapid and a Wellstringer. Usually you don't see two backlands on a team. As the Krusty Krab comes on in on the left side here, 3 minutes to come down, immediately having control of this middle section and really able just to cycle cooler constantly as the special begin to pile on, immediately going 2 down from Mass Pike. Krusty Krab is just showing that they have that control of this game.
Yep, just the rushing in on the side of Squidoku. We saw this a little bit in the testing matches earlier before the tournament started, of Squidoku just being a real stickler for, hiding out until they have, 7 and then just grabbing that 8th planet before the other team can blink. They're already in. Even though they're the cooler player, they're also very aggressive because they're an end zap. We're going to see Mass Pike once again try to clean out and try to get some foothold in mid, but unfortunately, the brush paired with this end zap, is the paint just doesn't matter. The brush is able to kind of do whatever they want regardless of the paint. The strikes are going to come out defensively. The jet's going to come out defensively, and they are going to get some picks to prevent a third push here, but the brush is just too squirrely, going to get a trade, and so Mass Pike has cleared out, but they're down a couple of players. They're going to have to roll out slowly, get the paint going so that they have their own pushing power here. The strikes are going to come out again and be on their plat, but not really find any picks. The brush coming in to try and clean out mid and is going to successfully with 1 pick. And the ball is going to be on the side of Squidoku, but is not enough.
Definitely. It feels like every single time Mass Pike just kind of gets that momentum going, immediately going rushing back into mid. It feels like they just can't get a grip on this kind of the map control here. Unfortunately, just not being able to move up quick enough or immediately having that brush as a problem.
Yeah, and I apologize for the missed call out earlier. It was the opposing zap that gave Squidoku a taste of their own medicine here by rushing into the clan. And Mass Pike is going to find some picks. They are going to get control of Krusty Krab's clan. They are going to get a push here as they open the basket. They need a few more claims to seal the deal, but they're not going to be able to stay up. They're going to go 3 down, and unfortunately their push is going to end here at 77 as Krusty Krab has a chance to answer and get some control back into mid here. The Booyah is going to come out to try and clean them off of their own plat. It is going to get 1 pick. And they are going to have some control. It's like they never left Krusty Krab back in control of mid. They have the clams. They have the pushing power. They are going to get the brush in here to get the basket open again to solidify their lead and make sure that Mass Pike, with 38 seconds left, does not have enough time to answer.
Definitely, but the Mass Pike is showing that we are not out of this fight yet. 30 seconds left in the match, really just being able to rush into mid, but you really just got to get some control going. But they definitely were able to successfully stop the push as the baskets are finally closing up. Sorry, camera control. But as Mass Pike really able to grab that control, immediately getting Krusty Krab 2 down. In the final 10 seconds of the match, you really have to get some sort of ball going. Unfortunately, the gathering clams, but they go down.
It's time for Tesseract to have their desperation play. All eyes are on Tesseract as she's tagged with the ball. It's not going to be enough. They are going to go down in the overtime. The wipeout is going to seal the deal. They're not going to have enough overtime to recover either of these power clans. And this is definitely going to be the game to win for Krusty Krab as we finish off the set 2-0 in the favor of Krusty Krab. Very unfortunate for... I forgot it again. Not Flint and Steel. Mass Pike. Very unfortunate for Mass Pike to lose 4 games in a row on stream.
Definitely. It was,
Alright, yeah.
but one thing I wanted to say for sure is that they really just were, you can tell that their defense was holding very strong that game. You can see that they were able to kind of get back into mid, get that control going. Unfortunately, just had that constant flank that they had to worry about, which is really what gave Krusty Krab that kind of that paint advantage over them.
Yeah, the paint. Not only did they have the paint advantage, but even when they didn't, the Brush was able to just not even worry and just go in and get the flanks. Brush doing what Brush does best.
Brush being a Brush.
Absolutely. So as we get transitioned to set number 3 here, it does look like we are going to have a bit of a shorter transition. You know, the other game going on being over and done with, it looks like, and we're going to move on to, if I'm not mistaken. I actually don't know which match we're going to move to.
We can take a look. Give me one sec. You take over the
Yeah,
camera.
it's my turn again.
I was struggling a little bit there.
Hey, listen, I was 2 at first. I was 2. Yeah. There's only one way to learn camera controls, and it's by doing it in the moment.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. It looks like the final match is going to be Krusty Krab.
At least the one that we were
versus
watching.
WPI.
Krusty Krab versus WPI?
That's what it's looking like.
Okay, so we're just not seeing any of Mulberry on stream, unfortunately. But that's okay.
Oh, I apologize. I may have gotten the names wrong. But I know
I
it's
think
WPI
you're right. I think you're
Okay.
right. We're just unfortunately not going to see any of Mulberry on stream. How is Mulberry doing?
Mulberry is currently, I believe they're 2-0.
Yeah, looks like it. So
They are
Mulberry
top
being
of the
the
bracket.
definitely going strong, and Mass Pike. Sorry, not Mass Pike.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
currently the scoring position. Mulberry, WPI in second for this bracket.
Yeah. So we'll see. This is going to be more of a tiebreaker match between WPI and Krusty
Crap this time.
Tab Take.
Sorry.
So
Hot
yeah.
take.
Mass Pike being definitely knocked out of this, and both of these teams that we're about to see on stream being both 1-1. So we'll see who ends up being able to go on to the brackets here.
Definitely.
WPI versus Krusty Krab Take. Now, I know it's hard because we've been so focused on Mass Pike and what kind of comps they've been bringing. How do we feel like these two teams are going to match up? What do we remember about their comps?
Yeah, definitely. WPI was the pencil comp.
WPI was the pencil comp. That's
so
right.
they
That's
were
right.
able to kind of gather that control, immediately rush up and get that fast scoring momentum with the Dread, the Crab. It was just an amazing
that was
combo.
that team.
And you can see that they really had that team coordination going. But Krusty Krab is not the team that you can push down either.
Yeah,
They definitely had their moments in that last match. where
Absolutely.
They were just able to constantly 1-2 the brush, flank, left and right.
Yeah,
Really-
definitely. If I was WPI and I knew what was going on, I would be definitely scared of that brush, because if your entire game plan is to just control the paint with that pencil, the brush is going to just ignore that and just go straight in. So, what do you think that WPI needs to do in order to deal with that?
I think that they really just kind of not giving the brush full attention, but it obviously depends on the mode. As if it's Clam Blitz, you're going to give it full attention, as it can just jump that ball right in. But otherwise, I think that really just kind of giving that brush a little bit of attention, and if it's not in play, just whatever, we'll just ignore it, They're not really contributing towards the fight, so... But when they come back into that range, that's when you really want to hit it hard and just being able to deal with it. Because brush really gets that momentum of, oh, the brush is on right. Everybody look right. Meanwhile,
Yep.
your team just rushing in.
Yeah, no, that was definitely their game plan there on InkLAN for sure.
Yeah.
Was able to pincer them and make sure that their attention was divided. I am looking at the map list now. We are going to start with Tower Control and Sturgeon Shipyard.
Ooh, as I say, that map is super snowbally as soon as that tower gets rolling.
Yeah. So yeah, thinking about how that's going to work, the snowbally. Who do you think is going to have the more snowbally team comp here to really play into that map?
It really depends. It's going to depend on how that first neutral game goes. If the pencil is able to establish that dominant position up on that snipe there, the brush might have a hard time. At the same time, it's called brush's domain for a reason. Sturgeon has the underside bridge area that a lot of people tend to forget that the brush can shark around and just hide
very
in.
true. And you can just run across those grates, right?
Yep, they don't care.
yeah, exactly.
So it's really just kind of that map where it could go in either team's favor, really. Honestly, I'm very excited to see this match.
Yeah, absolutely. So the teams are rolling in. I do believe that this is in the lobby. I do believe that this is Krusty Krab Tank moving in first, and you know, WPI having to kind of reset up and get into the alpha side here, because yeah, Krusty Krab is just kind of staying on Bravo side. And keep in mind, these are physical sides of the setup. So
It's set up with 2 rooms on the opposite side, so like it literally looks like you're having your own like recording studio on one side and the other
Yeah,
side. You just see the excitement in the room.
Yeah, it's a very nice setup. We were able to, at some point, maybe we'll be able to do it again later in the stream, but last time we were able to kind of turn the camera around and show this very nice setup that we have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's cool. It even has got like red and blue lights to show like the different sides. So we're just waiting on one more player on the side of WPI, Flint and Steel to lock in and get this match going.
Definitely.
Tower Control and Sturgeon Shipyard, do you think that this is when people finally bring out the strikes that we've been throwing?
I've been wanting some strikes today.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
like I haven't seen a single match with them. I'm glad that we got some bow action though.
Yeah, no,
that's my favorite. But for sure, I was curious if there's any other hammers that are going to come out for these next couple matches.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because surprisingly, that one-hit drop on the tower can be deadly.
Yeah, does that wrap all the way around the pole, or is there a little blind spot that you can hide in?
If you hit the direct center of the pole, you're getting nothing out of it. But it does
really?
count as a wall.
Oh, okay.
So like if you hit the direct top of it, you're not going to get any value if they're behind it. It's kind of a weird hitbox type of thing.
Okay.
But if you hit
Gotcha.
on the actual physical tower, you can literally clear it.
Wow, that's pretty strong. That's pretty mean.
Definitely. There's a couple of strong specials here. The Crab Tank, of course, is always going to be a classic go-to. Just bomb out the tower, hit them off it, kind of like a sniper shot. The Wave Breaker is very deadly on it because it's just constantly moving with that tower and it doesn't have the delay.
Absolutely. All right.
But
So
I'm curious as to what weapons you think are going to come out for both teams today.
yeah, no, I definitely think that the well string should come out that we were seeing. And so we'll see if the pencil team decides to stick on pencil or if it's going to be a bit more interesting. And I was, that's okay. They figured out their teams. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. All right, so we've started the 85-second countdown. So we'll see what decision these teams decide to make here. This is the first time we are seeing tower control on stream, so I do hope that we at least get to see a little bit of an interesting variation.
Definitely. I'm curious to see if WPI has switched up their comps since the beginning of the match. Especially, I know Dreaded can be hit or miss on tower, but it probably will come back again just because of how strong Bucket can be on this map.
Definitely, yeah. What do you think is Bucket's strength on this map? Where does that come from?
I always say that they love hanging out under the ledges. And
True, yes.
There's just so many ledges in all the maps that's why I personally think Bucket is so strong in almost every map in the game. Just because you have a lot of one-way drops where you can just kind of poke over and just be like, tee-hee, I'm poking. It's just really being annoying on every single map.
Do you think that the Reef has any value or not so much?
If you use it correctly, yeah. If you're just rushing in one by one, you know how it's going to happen.
Yeah, of course, yes, of course.
Reef side it, you're dead.
Absolutely. So with 12 seconds left, we are going to go ahead in battle time and get into this game here. So good luck to both teams. We'll see who comes out on top for this second spot in the bracket.
Definitely. WPI being Alpha, Crab Tank being Bravo.
It looks like the WPI is going to stick on pencil. The Krusty Krab is going to mostly bring the same comp that we were seeing before with the well string and the zap.
One interesting combination is that S-Blast and that well string are really being able to kind of combo off of each other, and Zap and being able to 30 damage as well. It's very, very combo heavy on the chip side of that. Pencil's kind of standard. It's kind of the standard meta comp, I would say, with just Dooley as a substitute for.
Alright.
And we're immediately missing a wipeout from
Yes.
WBI.
Yeah, I was
wasn't even able
gonna
to.
say, like, are we gonna talk about what's going on? The wipeout on the side of WPI with that pencil cooler sealing the deal as they go ahead and take checkpoint 1. They are going to spread out a little bit as the opposing team tries to take control of their court. They are going to, unfortunately, end up stranding their S-Blast as they try to go to a deep flank up to the snipe. It is going to mostly hold water as they clear out the tower, able to hold some ground, able to get a Booyah out and stop this push. So very nice counterplay from the side of Krusty Krab in that S-Blast going in and holding that ground. They're going to continue to shark and be like, oh, I'm not even here. Except until they grab that cooler, that's going to shut down that play a little bit. As they start to get their own push here, the paint coming in to WPI's court. They're going to find the picks. They're going to get 3 down, the last being the pencil, and see what they can do here. The pencil is going to be very backed up, the cooler very far back, trying to get a deep defense here as Krusty Krab has their own answer to the 28-point push that WPI started out with. They are going to lose lead as the pencil tries to get a pick, tries to get control of their court, but it is going to result in a wipeout that they're going to have their own answers. A very, very high-scoring game. We haven't even hit the 3 minutes left mark. Very high-scoring game.
Definitely. Well, both teams are really able to kind of push back and immediately counterplay, which is really amazing to see. As you can see, it starts to snowball immediately as the 3-minute mark hits, and you just kind of see both sides just rushing in and being able to hold that control. That brush is being a constant nuisance for that pencil here.
Yep, Garrett holding that brush strong, ignoring, like I was saying, the pencil's paint and managing to get in with the control. Mario going to try to hold with the dualies, but ultimately going to overextend and take a trade as the tower neutralizes.
Well, definitely for 2v2 on each side, Garrett just kind of being able to rush in and get that pick on left and right here.
So at this point, it seems like Garrett's strategy is literally just to keep the pencil down. No pencils allowed in this game.
No,
Krusty Krab going to answer their push. They are in the lead, so they are just going for aggression points here as the coolers are trying to come out. The cooler on the side of Krusty Krab is going to come out. Very aggressive positioning there on their top right. So we'll see if that ends up holding too much value. The WPI is going to answer and clear out their side of the map.
Definitely, and one thing I wanted to point out a little bit as well is that Welsh tree is just constantly locating everybody. So WPI isn't able to shark anywhere really. It's going to be safe without being pointed out by that point sensor. It's really annoying. I mean, you can tell that everybody's kind of hanging back a little bit there.
Yes, and the point sensor synergy with the brush too. We can see that the brush just absolutely knows where to run every single time. We are going to see the Zap try to shark and get some control paint. They are going to get a bomb kill, very nice, and try to get a cooler going here. Able to hold some ground. They are going to keep the tower fluid.
The double!
The wipeout is going to shut down WPI's push as we near the 1 minute mark. There's going to have maybe 1, maybe 2 more chances to try and get the lead back here as the Krusty Krab tank takes that control back that they've been so good at doing.
Definitely, and that location coming out yet again, really just kind of not allowing WPI the chance to really go in and just be able to shark and be hidden. Another thing is going on is the S-Clash is really able to utilize that positioning as well. If anybody's hiding around that corner, then boom, immediate shot, they're dead. The brush just being a constant nuisance and keeping one person out of play is really massive value from this brush here.
Yep, the WPI is unfortunately completely split apart as the brush has a deep flank and just comes right in behind. Even once they finally manage to group back together, they are just going to have to deal with that brush and back up a little bit and lose kind of their push momentum a little bit. The strikes are going to get some control as they push into the court and try desperately to near this scoring point. They are going to reach checkpoint 2 and get into scoring position here.
10 seconds left in this match. The brush just trying to make something happen. This pencil really keeping control. The Booyah coming out immediately. Getting this tower. 5 seconds left in this match with 15 minutes.
WPI has to touch the tower. They are going to touch the tower. Oh! I actually have no idea what happened there.
So WPI managed to get that last little tick in, getting that 15 score, managing to flip the lead.
Yes.
As Krusty Krab really just trying desperately to get on that tower. The Booyah came out. Unfortunately, that Crab was ready and immediately got everybody off that tower.
Yeah, so WPI
What a
knowing
game.
that the only push that counted in this game was the very last one, as they do manage to get that score. And you know, Krusty Krab, who was so confident in their lead,
Yeah.
just having to suddenly scramble and try to get overtime, and it's not going to work.
Definitely. One thing that was really a huge factor in the last play there was the Wellstringer on the grates getting picked off at that pencil. So with lack of range, they're just kind of able to push on with a bulldozer, as they've been kind of planning on doing the whole time. But it was definitely a hard fought on each side. I'm really excited.
Yeah, we were really believing in that brush play, but unfortunately, it seemed like maybe it backfired a little bit, and they ended up in a in a 3v4. Once the brush went down, they kind of staggered a little bit, and weren't able to kind of get back up in time to prevent that to start an overtime push there. So definitely good play with both sides. We'll see if
Definitely.
WPI can hold on to this momentum here in the set at large. Our next game is going to be on. It's going to be on Umami Zones.
Definitely. That Umami Zones is, I always find that it's kind of a weird map for me as a backline because I don't really know either top, mid, or dome. That's all I know for positioning wise. But
Yeah, no, I mean, there's not really a lot of positions other than that, you know, except that are more backed up than that, really.
Yeah.
The dome, the top mid, and then it's their dome, and they're like,
top mid.
yeah.
So the pencil might be able to get a little bit more flanked, but it's definitely a more wide open map. So that Brush might have some trouble getting around.
Absolutely.
So
WPI looking pretty confident in their decisions here. They're probably going to stick on that pencil comp.
Definitely.
And Trusty Crab Tank having a little bit of a think. What do you think that they're going to change about their comp?
Definitely. I think that one of those things, I think their comp works very well, personally. I think they have a lot of synergy, really being able to utilize that brush's distraction. But on this map in particular, I would say like maybe switching up with the brush, but I'm not entirely sure. I think their brush can get the job done as well.
Yeah, I think especially in the face of that pencil, you know, the brush really being able to ignore the pain and go in has been an asset to them. It's just a question of how they choose to strategize with that. You know, the deep flank that they went for at the end of that Sturgeon game,
Yeah.
you know, it may have worked, but it may have also, you know, what ended up happening was it just ended up backfiring and putting them in a 3v4. So we'll see if they play a little bit more conservatively or if they continue to try to show some aggression. It's hard to make flanks like that though, as a, you know, on this map, because, you know, it may be wide open, but once you try to push past mid, there's only so many ways that you can do that.
Yeah,
It's kind of a choke
that
point.
one choke point on
Yeah,
the
exactly.
ramp there, and then the grade section's not as useful as you're kind of
Absolutely.
a wide open chicken.
Yeah, all right, so as we get started with this match here, we are going to see what this Trusty Crab Tank has chosen to do. It looks like WPI going to bring out a Luna
That's
for the stamp. Or is that the stamp Luna?
It is the Stamper Luna, Luna
Okay.
Blaster Neo. As the teams roll out here, one thing that's definitely interesting to see is the S-Class kind of coming back again with the not really switch up on their roster here. So I think they're saying, no, we're going to stick with our choice here.
Yeah.
It's definitely immediately going one down, though. It's going to be immediately causing problem to the Wellstream. Okay, I can't even talk fast enough.
The same kind of opening that we saw last game. WPI having a lot of early control and early paint, trying to just kind of lock out, and especially in zones, that's going to be a really sound strategy as they try to just keep control of this choke point here. Unfortunately, trades all the way around as it's a 2v2.
The hammer coming out immediately from the Wellstringer on Krusty Krab as they try to get control mid. Immediately getting some value out of that, but the Luna's coming out on this right and right on top. Three-sider coming out. Just specials galore out here.
Krusty Krab do manage to get the cap in order to stop WPI's momentum here, but not for long. They are going to get the paint, they're going to get the cooler, and they're just going to come right back into that choke point. So Krusty Krab definitely getting a taste of their own medicine here now as they're locked into their own side of the map. The Booyah is going to desperately try to paint the zone. It's not going to be enough. The Crab coming out from WPI is going to get shredded though as the rest of their team pushes in and tries to get a cap here.
Definitely, but one thing that I'm noticing a lot from Krusty Krab is they're really focusing on that zone, making sure that the penalty is constantly backed up so they have some time to get back on this map control as they take control of the zone themselves and backing up WPI here. Definitely showing that they have the capability to push back immediately and get this rush play kind of going, but immediately going down to that reach slider, just getting huge value out of that one from the Dread.
The Stringer trying to see if they can contest the pencil here. The Stamp going to come out, going to get a pick. Going to get 2 picks and a trade, but it's not going to be enough. The WPI has too much paint control. They have too much momentum here as they enter this kind of 4v2 situation as Krusty Krab has to roll back up. And the lead is going to still be safely on the side of WPI as they move back into scoring position here. They're going to solidify that lead and try once again to control the checkpoint, control their dome in the case of the pencil, and see if they can secure the knockout here for a 2-0 victory.
Definitely, and as the specials coming out from Krusty Krab, they're really trying to get, you just got to get some people out of their base, and really this Pen and this Dread just constantly showing off their paint. It's just showing how much control they have and saying that this game is ours for WPI.
And as they near the end of the game, there is going to be one last desperate cap from the Brush, but it's not going to be enough. They are going to just take it right back because that Brush, similar to the last game, was completely alone out there. And the only thing it had going for it was that nobody was looking at it. And so as soon as they turned around,
it was immediate. It was like feeding the pack of wolves, one victim.
Exactly. So with that being all said and done, it looks like WPI is going to decisively take this set and secure their number 2 spot in today's bracket.
Definitely.
So that is the end of Group B.
Definitely.
Of today's
a lot
New
of
England
hard-fought
number 4.
matches today.
Yes, very entertaining, especially at the end. A lot of good counter plays, a lot of back and forths, and it's unfortunate that WPI. It's unfortunate for Krusty Krab having been so really decisively dominant over not Flint. I keep forgetting their name. Mass Pike. Getting a taste of their own medicine there.
Definitely.
So I think that is going to do us for this segment of the stream. We are going to have a little bit of a break as we transition to the bracket here. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Good evening, all people of New InkLAN. How are we doing tonight? That's what I like to hear out there. Welcome to Top Cut, where we take the top 5 teams and we put them against each other to see who will come out on top of this wonderful event. Here I have with me my co-commentator.
I'm Yosh Taylor, and I just want to say I'm so hyped for this match. We have 2 teams all the way to Top Cut. This has been quite a difficult matchup so far for some teams. Some teams are destroying. Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Yeah, today with us we have Mulberry as our Alpha team and BSU Gristico as our Bravo team. These 2 teams have been doing fairly well. BSU Gristico currently winning 2 matches, 2-0 against these teams. Excited to see what comes out of these and see what's been going on this year.
Yeah, and as we'll see soon, we'll go into Splat Zone's Mako. This map, from my opinion, there's a lot of ways to enter the middle of zone, and there's a lot of ways to lock out if you completely get into the opponent's base. So it will just have to see what happens here, if teams can lock out or if it's going to be a messy game.
I agree. There's definitely a lot of different strategies to this map, and you need to be very smart about it, or else you might be stuck coming out of that spawn and dropping very scarily.
Yeah.
As we hop into this match, I would like to remind you this is a BO5, so we'll be taking 3 maps to win this set. How do you think this is going to go?
I haven't seen much of these teams. I've seen BSU beat one other team, and it was pretty well done by them. So I'm excited to see their performance. And once I see the weapons, I can commentate more. But yeah, so I guess we'll just see.
Yeah. I'm definitely hoping to looking for some good action gameplay. I've been seeing a lot of dualies, which I'm really excited for. We like to see the big movement and to like to see the differential of the different dualies. I also have been seeing a lot of different cooler options, so I'm interested to see what these teams are going to play into as we get started here in our first game.
Let's do this. You see the shared banners. Pretty nice to see. We got a pencil and blob. Blob's a rare pick.
Very interesting pick. That's a double backline pick coming out of the other side of Mulberry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, blue team is a lot more aggressive here. So Grizz Taco, if they can get in some pushes, some early kills, it would be very helpful for them. But with the brush on the other team, Mulberry, so they may be able to flank too.
As the battle of zone is currently going out, currently Gristico gets a first flip, but it's suddenly flipped back with the rain coming over the zone. As he is over here taking the right side. They are currently 2 down.
Well, this duelist is doing a lot of work. Can they solo stop this push? Immediately taking zone.
Yeah, TSU trying to bring a lot of Suzuki here. Try to push out this pencil really far back, but as he notices
the
left stack flank.
Try slash taking up. So, but they're 2 down right now, and yellow immediately takes.
Got a cooler option here, ready for this BIU Gristico. Let's see how they retake into this S. There's going to be a grab coming up, which is going to be really scary against this entry.
Yeah. If they can hold this, they can do so well. They don't have many picks right now. I think both teams are common special. We'll see.
Grab is popped here by the side of Mulberry, but what a splash down, flipping the zone!
It didn't pop the dualies though, so...
Zuka's now popped on the other side, trying to get picks, and they currently go 1 down.
Ooh, the dualies don't work.
But it gets traded out. The jumps are coming in for the BSU Gristico. Reinforcements to lock down this zone, making sure that Mulberry doesn't get back in.
Yeah, it's going to be a quick run back for them. And they may be able to take it. With 1 down, they're immediately pushed in. And they can go all the way. Can they get the necessary pushes to extend it? With 2 down and 1 retreating. Okay.
Oh, but that's a death by the brush here. It's only 1 point differential here. And the cooler's going to come out from the side of Mulberry, so they're going to be extra strong holding this as the cooler is thrown back side.
That's cool as fuck. And they noticed the flank, so that splash shot's not going to be that influential, but they took area. And they took zone too. That's a nice take. You got to watch out for Elizabeth right now from this shot. They can do a lot of pressure as we see it come out.
It's not a lot of value found, but they are now 1 down. Hopefully with an option here, 2 down going down as the Mulberry keeps holding this space.
Grizz Taco's in a bad spot right now. Oh, never mind. They already got a push from the dualies. The aggro this team shows is phenomenal.
Splash on here is going to flip the zone to stop bleeding. Not exactly a cap though, so they can still go back here to keep the bleeding going.
Follow them in. Can this dualies kill these 2 behind? No, it's the brush. And as the brush gets control here, they're still in the same mid situation.
Brush marked up here on this left stack, goes for a fight against the shot and wins it out. Cooler is now exchanged for these specials, so he can now pick up the speed.
They can fight them, but will this brush be able to get the pick? Yes, they have so much control. 2 down and going into the base. Can they get a lockout here, or are they just going to stay here?
second. But one goes down to the side of Mulberry, but they're traded out for the Zuka.
Ooh, that's an aggressive crab. They have a lot of control in the base, and the brush can pick up the people who drop.
Really scary for BSU. We got two specials coming out and a splashdown. The splashdown might flip the zone here. What a flip with its own!
It's complete flank. Where did they even come from? And now Blue's, oh, 3 down. Will this be a wipeout?
Mulberry is folded by the pressure of it and is taking a fight here. Space should be held here by the Grissico to make sure that nothing
Who will
happens.
win the dually war? And to win the Grizz Taco as they coming in back. Now can they stop them from getting the lead?
Crab here is going to be trying to play popped on left stack. Can we shut this down? Will is popped here, trying to force much space. Blueberry is also popped. The crab is not in a really aggressive spot though. It can be easily punished as the Zuka gets punished by the crab.
That's crazy. Now Mulberry takes control of zone again. There's still not that much control with everybody below, but we get one pick from both sides, and the pencil is set up really well.
Bruce is going to come out here from this pestle. They're going to try to retake the space from this left stack. I see two members are currently fighting there, but it gets traded out by
yeah, the pencil get the huge pick. These splashdowns have gotten so much value taking zone. They've taken zone so many times.
Grissico only needs 4 more points to keep this control. They need to keep this zone in their favor, or they're going to have to fight through the penalty. And on 50 seconds, number 1 goes down for Grissico, and the
take the zone
is flipped.
Oh, this whole team's not in a good spot.
Unfortunately, gets punished by the brush.
Yeah, Mulberry's in a really good spot now. You can see them have control of their base from all angles. Can they get pushed out in time as Piggy starts to go away?
Leading is going to start here from Grissico. They need to get something out fast. As Zuka gets punished.
In the splashdown again, that has won them so much value. Not getting control that time.
As the baby keeps sticking here, 7 seconds left on the clock for Grissico. Can they make something out of anything?
This is the last second snail.
No, and it's unfortunate that it will be a knockout from the side of Mulberry.
And the clean win at the end for Mulberry. They had control over their base from a lot of the game, so it's nice to see that control winning them in.
Surprisingly from a double backline comp, being able to shut down this aggression really well over here.
And now, as we get in the next match, we'll see some counter picks now that we're in playoffs. So we'll see what this team likes. Because of Grizz Taco, I think being very aggressive, they may choose a more map that favors them a lot versus like the double backline type team.
I do agree. I think they should play into this aggression. However, I do think the rain does help the other team, so they might try to find another option for another support.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. There's likely to be a lot of weapon changes, but we'll see.
As we wait for the mode to be picked. It is counter-picked, correct?
Yes.
All right. As we wait for the mode and the map to be picked here, let's talk about a few things that we think we can be doing a little different here. I think that Grissico, even though playing... yes, Mulberry has one, correct. I think that Grissico, yes, playing into this aggression here is really good against this double backline comp, but they need to be smarter about their fights. They're kind of just fighting and taking like solo individual fights when these specials are coming out, and they're not shutting down any of these specials like Rain or helping with that. The splashdowns were getting a lot of value, yes. However, they weren't able to capitalize against their other specials after they were counter-popped from the splashdown.
Yeah, I think with Splashdown, like, that's very mode dependent too with the value. You could see it take zone all the time, but is that going to work in other game modes? We'll have to wait and see. One other thing I wanted to point out though, there was a lot of like control in base, like from the brush shocking and also like the crab. So they may want to try and prevent that basically, depending on the mode and map they choose.
Correct.
At least. Nice movement.
I think here that Mulberry has a really strong comp, but depending on some of these close range maps or long range maps, they're might going to struggle. Because right now the pencil is a really only long range option as the dualies and the brush have to fight really close up. So Grissico may lean more into a farther range comp to help counter these two fast and space aggressors that these two this Mulberry team has.
Yeah, definitely. I do also want to talk about like BSU. They're a collegiate team, and there are a lot of collegiate teams here at New England. It's some, especially BSU, WPI, and some others. So it's nice to see a huge mix of people of all ages and all skill levels here today.
Surprising news, BSU is undefeated in their CCA division. Right now in their finals, playing for first place in Division 4 of CCA.
So they got 2 tournaments to win right now.
Correct. Let's get started. The map has been picked.
Let's see what happens here. It probably took a lot of time just considering what to do here. Like, after going from a loss such as that, there's a lot of thinking about of how to counter the other team.
I think it's not all about countering too. I think it's about keeping the mental high.
Yeah,
a lot of these
true.
games do come down to if you have a stronger mental, if you can take that positive force and push it upon us. We do have an interesting splat zones here. We have Barnacle and Dime, a bigger zone compared to what, not bigger compared to Mako, but it's definitely in the bigger variety. I think that this might be a comfort pick coming out of the other team for Grisco.
Yeah, I can understand that, especially with the specials they use. They can be extremely aggressive and like get into the other team's base. But yeah, I think zones can work well.
I agree. I like to see how these teams adjust and see how they adapt to these different changes. We actively like to say on the team that I play that the first round is a download of the team, and now you play your game. You know how to play against them if you have read them correctly. So let's see how these teams go into these wonderful matches.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if we see a blob again, considering zones. Blob is such a fun weapon to see in these matches.
Very also rare to see here. A lot of interesting picks coming out on the lands. The lands do get a little quirky over here.
Yeah.
So waiting for one to ready up. But
And here we go. Let's get into this. The first counter pick of the night.
interesting. We have a Charger pulling out here. Scope 2. And a Gal pulled out here too. Both picks. So get into the opening here. Let's see what they play for. If we're going to play for any specials or we're going to try to play for immediate zone control from either team.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to go for control instantly. Chris Taco is definitely running aggressive combo.
These are immediately down to the Gal. What a great pick.
They capitalize off of this. This Gal's going in.
Gal is shredding them, taking good 1v1s.
And they have control of their flag. One of the most important parts of this game. If they can kill this rush shield, that would be amazing. But they have so much control.
Rails is popped to try to retake something. See if they get any value. They get one, but they get traded out. What a good trade.
Yeah.
Counter wheels are popped here to stop their aggression.
So that Scope has the tri-strike right now, and they have a crowd, which could be very useful. I think to make
Zuka
value.
is popped here. Nope. Some damage found, but not a lot of value of kill. They're moving here as now we are in a stalemate. I'm trying to put this on, but it goes in the way of BSU Garistico.
And we see this Crush try and make value here, but will they be able to do it? They're in a really rough spot with all of them from the left, but thankfully nobody goes down. But the zone is still taken. So right now, Chris Taco has to do whatever they can to take the zone.
Dominant showing from BSU Garistico. Holding on to the zone from the starting. No better. We
Another
want to cancel
slice
on the
with crab.
crab. Huge pick there.
Ooh, this
Oh,
may
but
be
he goes
over.
down to 2v2.
It's a 1. They got it. Oh, can the wall stick? Can they got the wall stick? Yes!
That is
That's all
down,
right.
but it's going to be a full wipe with the space stand. Let's see how Garistico retakes the space, which is claiming such a lead. I did think we were close to a Zuka, so we might see a Cooler Zuka pop here. Cooler is popped on right side as the Fizzies are coming in here, and things slowly starting to freeze in.
They have so much.
They pop a crowd here to hold them back, but Zuka is popped
Can
down
they
to
get
the crab. Rails are popped, but they are not able to capitalize this
Oh, it's
due to counter
down.
rails.
Wait,
2-2 right now.
they got 2 as well. They get to maintain zone. One thing I like about zone, though, I don't like, is how volatile it can be. This team can just win right here if they get the necessary kills.
Good
It
kill.
looks like they're coming back here with a 2-down scenario. It looks like Chris Taco may get another push.
As we flip in here, now the penalties are coming out. Now basically see how well can Garistico hold this space together as they need to just keep him out from entering.
See,
Zuka is popped here. Julius is rushing down, but gets
Ooh.
traded out.
Have that. And they get a kill before Coolers pop. That's pretty huge as other teams can't recover easily.
They do have strikes for this re-entry as we go into this next team fight that a
This
retake.
is quite a lockout. The crab is popped. It may contribute a lot of value, and the strikes too. The strikes were a bit far away, so they couldn't do much. This shark here may get a lot of people if they'll
Shark
play
is
well.
popped here. No value to be found yet,
Oh,
but
they
gets
get
one.
it.
The
But they
penalty
die
is
for it.
gone. Is now taking
Looks
down
like they're
Buff.
gonna take zone.
2 points is scored, but they just back out here. Keep this space.
And now this team has a very strong control over it. So how long can they keep the control for? If they can get some nice picks out of people coming in, that would be great.
They-
We see the wall for the defense. And we have strikes locked in and crabs, so many tools they can use.
Strikes are popped a little early in my opinion, as they still have this crab, yes, for safety, but I don't know if it's going to be
Ooh,
enough.
nice pick.
2v2
No
still.
Zuka either.
Cooler. The Gal is pushing forward. Ulstring is slowly taking back it. We have 20 seconds left on the clock.
See if Zuka can pop in now. Now they push back a bit, so they may contribute value. That charge almost died from that, because he can do that often. But it looks like they got the necessary pick. They took the lead. Can the game just end right here? Yes.
What a
Another
comeback
win.
from Mulberry.
That was so close to watch. It kept going back and forth between the two teams.
Yeah, with the Critical coming out with the early lead, I am surprised to see that they aren't able to finish and capitalize off a win off that. I think the space holding was a little weak from them, committing to too many things.
Yeah.
Great retakes from the side of Mulberry, though. Excellent way to take their space back over and over constantly after being
Yeah.
put in such a back force position.
You see here with the double loss, it's hard to come back from that, especially with the mental game. They have to just recenter themselves, take the time to think about what they can do next, especially with map modes and weapons. Just trying to adapt as best as you can, and that's the way to victory.
I agree. We have seen reverse sweeps here in, excuse me, in here at New InkLAN, so I won't be surprised if Ristico does bounce back here after this loss. They have a strong mental, and hopefully they have a stronger idea of what they want to do here on these maps.
Definitely. I wonder if they're going to pick zones again. With the double loss, I don't know if they'll consider it, but we'll see. They may just play for comfort pick here. Just whatever works, really. And as this is a best of 5, if they lose this again, it's over. So it's definitely something to think about.
And being on the back foot, Ristico has to have an answer for this comp. Do they have anything in response that they can do?
Yeah. You got to consider specials, weapons.
I think Ristico's comp is good. I think there's just some minor misplays being going on that's allowing the
Yeah.
other team to creep back in here. I think if they lock in and they really lock down what they're doing well, they'll be able to take home a win here on a reverse sweep.
Yeah. We just have to see. As they start to get ready for the next match, and we can see the new mode. Ooh, they choose zones again with Haggle this time.
Haggle Zones is a very teeter-totter map. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Charger just sitting up on Canopy or
Yeah.
in their side, taking in the space.
This may be a tough play by them with how much control the Charger had on this map. But it is a corridor, and there are good options for flanks. I've seen a lot of good flanks on this map, so it could definitely happen.
I agree. I want to see how they manage the space here really well, because depending on how this opening goes, they might be able to take a really early lead again, BSU. Hopefully being able to lock it down here.
Yeah.
Larry's has done a really good job retaking though. I don't know if they can lock it down. What do you think?
Yeah, if they coordinate themselves pretty well, they have a lot of good specials they can work off of if they do them together. And also, like, having that good flanker at the same time, they can definitely get a lot of control. Especially in this map, like, if you have a crab in the enemy team's tent, the amount of value you'd have is crazy. So we'll see if they try for something like that.
These teams are getting ready here. Let's see what they bring out this time into this opening as we get into the third map of this list. Mulberries 2-0 in this series. Charter is picked here from the side of Mulberries, but on the other side, they get a Glugas pick picked out here.
Glugas. I saw the 5 stars in the Glugas. This is going to be fun to see.
We might see an absolute masterclass. Who knows here as the teams get on their way to taking this zone control.
As expected, we see the Charger with Unta, and they can contribute a lot of value from above, especially with strikes. That team's specials are really good right now, especially with a blush for flanking. As we'll wait and see what happens here.
Zone still in neutral here. And the way of BSU Ristico's favor here, paint-wise. Zuka is
We
popped
see
here,
Zuka.
but they're all right side. Can Zuka get any value? No,
Zuka
Whales are
doesn't
popped here.
The Zuka at least push them back, so the other team can potentially go in. But actually, no, because this team can in. So, Mulberry, they push back from Kuya though, and heal the pick.
Zone is now in the favor of BSU Ristico as Mulberry seems to be getting picked off one by one. I don't think this is great for Mulberry. I think they need to regroup here, take their strikes out.
Yeah, they
Get
have
this
good
retaken.
strikes and they may get crabs here to push back in. Especially with the other team cooler, it's going to be hard to contribute value. And they get a nice
what a
pick.
great pick.
That's a good time to strike, and hopefully they don't get Zuka.
Striking well. That's
And
going to be
zone
instant
takes
flip
over.
of the zone as
Yeah.
Ristico regroups here. Kuya pops in zone as one is
Ooh,
joined for the
nice
target to
camp.
jump. Alba
They
gets
can
traded out.
contribute more. It's
He-
fine going in with that cooler value.
need to help their rail string out. Their rail string is giving them so much paint value, and they just keep getting
see a
camped
flank.
down.
And they get a pick. Will they do more? They
Draw the
drop back to
attention
zone.
as he jumps
Get
back,
cooler.
baiting the jump. Good
Nice
bait on the
survival.
jump.
I can see a lot of pressure potentially coming out of this team in a few seconds.
Flipping now in the favor of BSU Disco as they hold this space. As he keeps teeter-tottering back and forth. Crab is popped on the other side there. Rails also as well. Booyah
We
is
see a
here.
Booyah. This can kill the Crab potentially, but they're probably going to die. Oh, nice trade though. And we see the strikes coming out. That's going to contribute a lot of value as you see that team push far back. But
That
no,
is two down on the side of Mulberry as BSU Disco creeps back into space.
So although they had the strikes, they were kind of going in solo with them. So it was kind of a bloodbath there from what I saw. We'll see next part. Ooh, almost tied to the bomb. But yeah, this team has 6
Rails are popped to take the space back as zone is flipped here. More penalty points going inside of this as one goes down as well.
Oh, can this work? Yes, we see a trade going down. With cooler, it's more effective. As we see Mulberry get a lot of good pushes. This Doolies is putting in a lot of work here. As they get set up in the opponent's space, can they get in there before the wall string?
He's
seems
trying to
to
take
go
more
back.
space here, but it's just keep getting forced out by utility.
Yeah.
BSU needs to go here and flip zone,
We
or
see
else
a
they're going to
Booyah.
lose lead here.
This team is probably going to go in really soon.
Zone is a neutral game here.
They still have so much control from all angles.
Zuka
Flush
is
in a
popped here,
good
getting the
spot.
charger to 2 down. They get lead. They flip back here and hopefully stop the bleeding.
Yeah,
Flip
we
isn't
see,
coming out. What happens to the flip? We need to flip here, guys.
yeah, this is the bloodbath again. We see like it's even on both sides with 3 for each. We see a Booyah that can contribute a lot of value, but the Zap is going in and taking kills.
2-2 again. They really need this zone to be flipped in their favor. They keep the bleeding short.
Nice 50. This should probably take control.
There is the flip. The
See,
penalty
next
points
part.
now being applied to this
Ooh,
zone.
the guy before Cooler. This crap getting a lot of value.
Here. Over is taking aggressive space and gets punished by the well string.
Unfortunate, but they get a trade for it. That definitely helps, especially with Cooler with Tri-Flush. See the Flush consider going to enemy team base, but this well string has done a really good job at preventing the other team from getting in. There's so much pressure right now with all these bombs. We'll see how long this lasts. As the other team goes in right now, and they get a good trade. But with Cooler, it's not as effective. As we see the Glugas go in, very close. That's an aggressive Booyah we see. Can they contribute value with that? No.
It keeps ticking
Well,
down.
Ooh, they still have control of zone. There's only a few seconds left, and just a shot at Zuka, I don't think it's going to be enough. But
Zone
maybe.
has slipped for a little bit of stall, but that is going to be it. That is a
Unfortunate.
3-0 for BSU for Mulberry.
Yeah.
Like to see good gameplay here in the top 5. We were expecting the best out of the best here to see who will become the winners of this InkLAN, new InkLAN here.
Yeah, and even though that was a 3-0, we saw a lot of close encounters with these zones maps. It was very back and forth for both teams. So Grizz Taco should not be ashamed of the performance at all. They did really well. And we hope to see them again here. And both teams, honestly.
I agree. As we go on a break here, as we wait for our next match, let's talk about a little bit of here of New InkLAN. How's been your trip to Boston? Have you enjoyed it here?
Yeah, so I took a trip. I'm from Connecticut, but my school was in Worcester, so I'm very affiliated with New InkLAN. So I just took a trip here with some friends of mine, and it's been a great time.
I too also came up here from Connecticut. I took the
nice.
train in. It's very interesting seeing all the new transits because I'm just used to driving around. As I have been to Riptide, I drove with my parents for the 7 hours.
You drove to it? That's crazy.
It was a long drive, a
Congrats,
very
yeah.
tedious drive, but it was worth it in the long run. Coaching is a great experience at LANs.
Yeah.
I recommend a lot of more people coaching at LANs, as I say as a coach. It just brings more to the community, and it makes players feel like they're improving more in person. And there's just that you can't have that interaction online when you're coaching in person.
I
Something
agree.
that I greatly love doing.
Yeah, the good part of the LAN experience is just talking to people, especially people you may have never seen in person. Like, we see a lot of people coming from all over. Like, say with you at Riptide, you're meeting a lot of new people there you probably wouldn't see otherwise.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the funny thing about, like, where we are right now in Boston, it was actually snowing a bit ago. So you see the craziness in weather in some locations.
I can't agree. I was freezing on the walk through Boston.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a Connecticut person. I was freezing.
We're just going through a really cold spot right now.
Yeah.
Now with these games, these are pretty hot-blooded.
Let's get our Nets match getting set up here. Very intrigued. I always loved Lance for seeing their wacky comps. I've seen a V under, a vanilla
nice.
undercover. I've seen Chargers picked more often. I see a lot of different weird picks coming out here. It's really interesting. Besides seeing the online stale pencil dread picks that come around every time you play.
Yeah, you see all these different team comps at these lands of all these different skill levels. It's nice to see. There's people from all over just coming for this great game, Splatoon. Yeah. We'll
The
see.
thing we're expecting here out of the next few teams that might be coming up here, what do we think is going to happen? What are our predictions here?
I'm trying to remember the team names here. There's some really strong players I know are coming up today. There's this person I know. Well, I don't know who came out of the next game, so I honestly don't have strong predictions right now. But I think there's definitely like at least one really strong team. As we see here. So we had two actually full sweeps that happened here today in semifinals. So we had Z-tier players sweep the other match as Mulberry swept this one.
Yeah. So right here, the game here, we have Z-tier players versus Mulberry. It's going to be our final here for first and second, correct? This will be our first and second. This will be determined who wins this LAN here.
Yeah.
I mean, these Z-tier players have been unstoppable. Every game that I've seen them here, they have been not dropped a single map here, I think.
Yeah, no, I know Z-tier players had some really strong people. I know they have like a Div X person on their team as well as we.
I think Z-tier players are also the last winners of the past 3 LANs, if I am correct.
Yeah, that's crazy. This team loves this LAN and loves destroying it, I guess.
It's good feeding ground when you have good players and you play really strong together. Definitely think that they plan on winning it again and making it over here to the LAN World Champs. As we have mentioned before, that the winners of New InkLAN will go to compete against 6 other teams from different LANs to see who LAN is on top.
Yeah, so that will also be exciting as well for everybody tuning in. Everybody should tune into that as well. It'll be a great experience.
I know that Dapples have had their pick of the first place. I know that also H-Town Splashtown has received their team that they will be offering to the World Champion LAN. And I can't wait to see that because that's going to be an amazing event.
Yeah, we see the team setting up right now. That'll be very nice to see.
On the topic of LANs, which LAN would you like to go to out of the 6 LANs that are out there besides this one?
Yeah, so I can actually say the week before I actually went to Big Dapple as well, and the energy there is just amazing. Like, it's not Riptide isn't part of the LAN circuit, right? But that's also one I'm interested in going to. But yeah, we're in Connecticut, so we're in a good spot for heading to a good deal of LANs, I should say. Yeah, it's just nice seeing like all these LANs pop up all over the place. Like if I'm ever in like the area of somewhere else, I'd be more than happy with going to a LAN there.
Yeah. I would like to go to Big Dapple since it is in New York. It is very
Yeah.
close to us. It's another LAN that can happen.
Simple train ride away.
Yeah, it's only a few train rides away to go to it. My goal as a coach is to knock out all 6 LANs and have an event there.
Yeah. That's a lofty goal, but definitely a fun one. But we'll probably see more LANs in the future popping up with like the explosion in the LAN scene. There have been a lot of LANs all over the place. I know like Twin Squiddies has been a big new one, and we can see that grow bigger and bigger. They may be included in the next LAN circuit if there is one.
Correct. I definitely think LANs are the superior way to play video games together. That is just my general opinion. But
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a lot more fun and a lot more interacting for the community to have it.
Yeah. And it's good to go to LANs as well as like, there are a lot of ways to interact with Splatoons if you can't go to LANs. Like, say just now there's like a big Ludi season and there's a lot of tournaments all over the place. And especially with collegiate, there's also a lot of collegiate events. So there are a lot of ways to interact with this game, I'd say.
Yeah. How long have you been in the Splatoon community? What have you been up to?
So, I came from the school WPI. Like, I originally started with Splatoon 2, but I was just more so a casual player just at home, and it was pretty fun. It's a funny story. Like my only X rank in that game was Clan Blitz of all things, but because people didn't really understand that game mode. But when I went to WPI, I met people that also like Splatoon, and we kind of founded the program there a few years ago, and that was pretty fun to see.
Yeah. I've been in the community for a while with my DID partner, Tiger. We've been on and off about doing different things. I've been more recently active as being a coach and a player for the team Hugh Havoc. I've been finding a lot of success, even hitting one of my personal goals this season, hitting top 500. I've hit it in 2 different game modes. It was very rewarding. It
Nice.
was really fun to improve at a rapid pace.
Yeah. I prefer, personally, rather than grinding solo queue, grinding with my friends and teammates, as the synergy in this game is probably my favorite part. There's a lot of different combinations you can do with people, and it's easy to play around with each other with specials and other playstyles like rushdown comps. There's a lot of like flexibility you get out of this game.
I agree. I definitely agree. Here at the Slam, what has been your favorite moment so far?
So from what I've seen, there's been a few wipeouts. So yeah, though I know I'm being a bit selfish here, but like the games that I played in, we got into like some very last minute seconds. There was this game a few times ago, like the other team stole tower from us at the very last second. From this last game, I just commentated these zones just being taken back and forth. It's been really fun to see.
Yeah. I think my favorite LAN moment for here, I have 2 different favorite LAN moments, but my first one was here, was I got to run a mile around looking for a 3-ring aux cord because one of our players did not have an aux cord.
That's crazy.
And not only did the Dollar Tree and Walmart not have one, no, not even T-Mobile shop had a 3-ring aux cord. So that was a pain to run around. My other favorite LAN moment was at Riptide when the team I was coaching went to play on stage and they did a dominant 3-0 after doing really poorly in groups. They did a dominant 3-0 with a really silly Rainmaker push, which I think is still on one of the clips for one of the streaming broadcasts. I don't remember which one, but you can find it out there.
Yeah, like you can see some really crazy moments. Yeah, like my personal favorite part of LANs are just the community. Like with this new InkLAN in particular, I get to meet a lot of friends, and it's nice hanging out with them. I typically use like Big Dapple more of an opportunity to meet a lot of new people and get introduced to the community there. And like you can see like the hype in some games. Like I remember like the last new InkLAN I was in, there was this time like where somebody was screaming, "I'm shocking," and the other team actually heard that. So there's some crazy moment happened where that shocker found out and the game was actually won due to that. So that was really funny to see.
I mean, if I'm that player, I would be very upset. That's definitely something you have to think about here, that you are standing opposite of the person, unless you are in the streaming booth, as these 2 teams are coming in here are. You are face-to-face with the other person. They can probably hear you and plan what they're doing, which is really funny.
Yeah, no, these streaming booths are very like quiet, I'd say. Like everybody can see into them, but these players are focused on the games and can't really see anything else because of that. So it's interesting to see their reactions. Like I enjoy seeing like pop-offs after a game end from one of the teams because there's some really happy moments, especially like in these clutch victories. And I'm sure we'll see one as a team is inevitably crowned as the victor of this LAN.
Yeah, winning tournaments and seeing the pop-offs is definitely my favorite thing, especially as when I like to stream, I definitely love popping off and makes other people on the stream more enthusiastic, and it must just, this general vibe.
Yeah. So if I recall, this is a best of 7, right?
It is a best of 7.
Yeah,
you
it is
are
a best
correct.
of 7. So there are a lot of opportunities for counter picks between these 2 teams. So we gotta see what will happen here.
As our first game mode here is Splat Zone's Hagglefish. As we previously saw, it is a very teeter-tottery map, depending on how you play it. Both these teams are doing very well into these positions, playing for first and second, so let's see what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
Let's hear new InkLAN for the first and second place game.
See the hype of the crowd right there as we get into the final match.
Here we
I'm
go.
excited, are you?
I'm very excited here as I see the charger being pulled out here. The other team pulling out a brush.
Ooh, we see a nice octobrush. Those can counter the short ranges on the other team with a zap and dualies if they can take advantage.
So we start off as a very interesting open. It's not as interesting going to the zone immediately. So we're playing the neutral game here now, seeing what is going to happen. Close to Crab here for this splash. So probably going to pop up here and pop up immediately.
Ooh, that's a really good crab spot on this map. And one thing I'd like to comment, we see Pencil versus Firefin, and it's a huge argument like what's better and what you want to do as you see that. Oh man, that's a 3 down. That's a crazy early lead.
Ooh, but a great pick on here. They need to save the Zuka here as we have the Charger and immediately
more
Charger
too.
gets blasted.
Ooh.
What a great Zuka value from this shot.
They're destroying right now. Can they keep this lead going? That's the question. And they have a very strong position both in their base and from the side, charging. This charging position can contribute so much value once the other team drops down. As we see a Crab, this is probably going to take zone quickly unless this guy comes from behind. But they see it. Can they take zone from this?
They're taking the distraction of the Charger off from the zone, which allows
Oh,
Z-tier
the
players
brush
to get
gets
more.
two!
The brush gets 2!
It's just a Charger. Oh, and they get a pick. That's crucial. They can take zone from this.
Zone strikes are being popped trying to flip zone,
Yes,
and
they
the
can
bleeding
flip.
will stop here for the other team.
But how long can they take zone? We're now in neutral. There's no team right advantage right now. At least they got cooler, and they can maybe push him with special as we see it. We get 2 down.
Ooh, Mulberry's here getting a strong opening. Zuka is still an option for the other team as they are struggling to find an entry here. They're going to need a huge pick from this shot to get anything. And that's 2 from the Zuka!
The Zuka's providing crazy value with the amount of kills it gets. Amazing to see. We see a 1v1 and the Zuka player wins again. Storm is providing so much value.
Insane value from the Zuka on that retake. Allows Z-tier players to get back in here. And Sip is on top of the chaos.
So much. We see a Crab soon. This Crab is going to extend the lead even more. This is a precarious position for this team. We see a pick.
Those are popped early just to force the shot player out.
Yeah, that's a
close
smart
to
go back.
Zuka.
They still have control over mid. They're not in a bad spot yet, but they may get special soon, especially by the tri-strikes. If this Charger can get set up, they can do really well. But we see a Zuka too. Can that kill something? Ooh.
2 down
Two
on the
down.
side of Mulberry. I
Can
don't
they
think they
do
have enough
anything?
paint to
No.
flip this zone. I think it's going to be GG's here for the side
it's
of Z.
GG's.
What an insane opening match from the Z-tier players. Absolutely dominating that match with insane Zuka kills.
Yeah, Mulberry had that one crucial comeback, but they couldn't take control of the enemy team's base, which is such a crucial thing Z-tier players were able to do that matchup. What ultimately contributed to the win and what made them win every other land before this here.
It was insane from the shot player, getting so much value out of the Zukas. Multi-kills on top of multi-kills from it, making it so the other tiers cannot get into their positions to take the zone back. Just minimizing the damage and maximizing their output of their specials, which is what we'd like to see here.
So Mulberry is on the losing foot for, I think, the first time this land. And it will be interesting to see like how they react to that. We'll get to see their favorite game mode with counter picks too, favorite map mode, and how to counter the other team as I've been saying before. There are a lot of factors that go into this, especially mental. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah. As some people say, Giants can bleed here. As the 4-time winner ZT players, maybe a loss might shatter something. Mulberry isn't fully out of this yet. They still have plenty of maps to go and possibly could pull out some insane stuff for these next few maps.
I know, speaking as a commentator, it's nice to see these games go as long as possible. But if Z-tier players like get this crush, like if they potentially get a knockout, that will also be amazing to see as well. So I guess we just have to wait and see as we start up the next match. So let's see what they're playing.
Tower control Inkblot is pretty much a good staple of Inkblot. Really playing for those crabs and those Zukas on this map.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really like both Zuka and Crab on this map. As a short-range player myself, I play like Splash, Shot, and weapons like that, also Zap. But like this map is such a good map for me to get into their base, like especially through, I forget what it's called, the InkLAN. And
Bats?
you can get in a really good spot. Yeah,
Yes,
into
getting into
bats.
bats is definitely a crucial part of this map. What's really difficult is the second check, but you need multiple space of their, they need your plat and you need their bats to get through that check, unless you just brute force it, which is very hard. As a blaster player on this map, I love poking these ledges here and trying to fight for these stack controls that allow me to get so much access for the map.
You can poke so many spots as Blaster. It's annoying fighting against you on this map, I'd say. Oh yeah, well,
It's definitely one of my favorite maps to play as Blast on. It's one of my weapons.
honestly, there's just so much movement in this map that I like to see. It's a very nice map to play on. But TC can be very lockout heavy, I can say.
Yeah, definitely.
Which may be why they're choosing the map. If they're confident in their abilities to lock out the opponent team here.
Yeah, I definitely think this opening is going to determine a lot from these players. Let's see how we dive into this first. Second map. Octobrush instead of the regular brush. That is a counter swap to try to see what they can do with the brush.
Yeah, we see the Zap and 5-fan and Doolies again. They're staple on the team. And the other team in a pretty similar spot as well. We got 2 Octobushes going here. We'll see a lot of fun Octobush fights.
Let's get started in the opening. Seems to brush up quicker.
This is the early movement. This Octobush is
What a great opening pick from the brush. That is their splash play. They don't longer have Crab on this. He's going to go up into their plat.
Oh, can they
He's going to get a huge flank here. He's going to get 2 maybe. Not even. So much chip involved.
That could have been crazy, but that was still good value. After they get the shot too, they can freely take the tower now.
Has Crab here. Crab is popped here to try to secure this check as Zip is also popped to try to counter this Crab. No one is on the tower here. They're not getting any value out of this space that they have.
Ooh.
They have Strikes here and Zips. See
They
what
got
value
a
can get out of here.
No,
That's 1 down.
this Octopus contributes so much value.
Still have Strikes here as an option if they feel pressure. The Crab is out.
In fact, it's gonna be hard. This is
They
a nice
jump out here
jump
to save
prevent
it.
this up and down.
Jump back here to save these Strikes. Good call by them.
Yeah, they haven't. The other team hasn't gotten control yet. Oh, but with that dust, they may get bats. We'll have to wait and see. You want to protect bats as much as possible if you Mulberry. Don't let them get in and get a good foothold.
Look at bomb stall from the enemy team, making sure they don't get any value out of it. But the flank
the
comes in and the
flank.
cooler is cancelled.
This is gonna be rough.
Strikes are invested here. They're getting on the back foot.
Ooh, 49 are getting a crucial pick onto the Dooley sale.
The pencil is down. The
Oh,
brush
yeah,
gets
so
2
messed
here.
up.
That's their Zuka. They no longer have a Zuka option. Crab is invested on tower again. Again, here is what I've been talking about. This second check, you need bats control and flash control to get a good check here.
Yeah.
So they really need some answer here, or else they're not going to be able to take any space here.
Yeah, retail players just can't get in yet, but with the specials they need, or with some picks, they may get a lot of value. I can see Zip. Oh, then the Crab comes out. Will they be able to deal with the Crab and a Zip right now?
Specials are being popped on top of specials. See who comes out on top.
This is a very aggressive movement from the Splash. I really like to see them push back. And they get a crucial pick, but it's a trade. They're just kind of stuck in this scenario. Picks from both sides. These teams are very even right now.
I agree. Tower moves back in the favor. Crab is ready here. See, really moving for Crab, and Crab just popped here. Seeing the value they can get out of it. Maybe getting 1 here, possibly. 1
Ooh,
is down
nice
there.
kill with Crab.
That is a cooler kill, so they'll be back immediately.
They're pushing them back so much.
It's kind of a teeter-totter here, with the difference of being a check being gone for the side of Z-tier players.
1 down, 2 down. This is so much control right now, and they get back. But
the
this
brush gets
Octobus
1.
coming in. This amazing Octobus. Can they contribute more value? And they're going for the full flank. But no, the
Ooh,
other
but
Octobus
they couldn't
shut
get the
them down.
arm on it. They do have control here, not very stable control, but it is something nonetheless. They might be able to get some tower control here.
Ooh, almost getting a pick, but at least they go away with their life. And
Check
as we've seen,
is slowly
Zuka-
counting down from 10.
Ooh,
1 goes down, 2 go down for the side of ZT players. It's 2 on
it's
2
a
now, but the
1v1.
Crab
No,
Crab is canceled. It's just a pen in the bats. But there's
nice
a jump there.
back here, but that the other jump may die here. Or not. No, they do eventually die. Wait, 49 got 2 picks
The
in the
jump
other team. Wait, was that 3?
The jump
Holy
gets
shit.
2. The
Oh
jump
my
in gets
God.
2 there, and they get
That's
retake
crazy.
control.
Now the setup is just right back to where it was before. Mulberry doesn't have a second to rest in this match.
This brush is going to take such a long time flanking. If ZT players notice this, the flank is going to get no value. They have bats control, they have flat control. Like I said, this check is going to be a breeze for them. Zip is popped here. They're going to get check here. Check is popped. That is a hard. That second check is
Zip
really
has
hard.
gone right into tower. Can they? Yes, they get a nice kill.
Brush
Ooh,
gets 2
this
here.
is looking bad for Mulberry right now. It's only 1 left. This Charger needs to do so much on its own. And as we see this crucial Zuka heal, they can take so many picks in this position as they go for the great spot. 1 down. 2 down. Oh,
That's a
3
Charger.
down. Oh man. This could be a wipeout right here.
This check is generally going to be
It's
pretty
really
easy
small.
here. Just need 1 more touch, and that is the check. That is all checks gone for ZT players. A score of 11
Yeah.
here. This
Getting
gotta
that check is crucial.
be defeating for Mulberry. How are they going to come back from this? They need some type of answer, and they're just not getting anything.
I love to see the aggro from the pencil here. They can contribute so much to the team fights with damage, even if they're in the awkward spots. You see here, they're gonna pressure this Octopus so much. Even getting killed. this spot is amazing for Z-Tier players right now. As we're truly in endgame, they can just win off something here. But no,
One goes down.
Mulberry fights back with everything they can.
And do not let the knockout happen.
We'll see if Neptune can contribute any value from their bats though. As long as they have that, they have a good foothold. And another kill. It just can't go away. As again, in the last few seconds of the game, can they quickly take tower from Z-Tier?
But bomb
And
is
they can-
two! This is a possibility. Overtime is going to be triggered here.
They need to ride this tower. They need
Is
to
somebody
try and
still
choose
here?
specials
No.
really well.
Even though it's overtime, the last second specials can easily take the game.
Zip is pumped. It's not getting any value though. I don't like the zip. It's not getting any value here.
If they could take away any special, but 2 down, they're probably gonna lose tower here. No.
And that is tower.
Oh man, after such surviving for so long though, overtime being the end goal is terrible to see.
It's really rough there. The zip just wasn't getting the value. I just don't like the Octo pick back. They just weren't getting any value. I felt like, yeah, in the opening they got a nice opener, but other than that, they got shut down. Their zip weren't getting any value. It just felt like it was suffocating to play against that team.
Yeah, we can see why Z-Tier players have been doing so well. Their control is crazy. In both games we've seen, they've been able to lock out so well. With the specials they take, the positions they take, they'll know what they're doing. And they like to show it here.
Let's get ready for our next map here. If you're Mulberry here, you need an answer. You need to find a solution for what is going on here. You're getting openings, you're getting your specials, but you just cannot seem to find the push power.
Yeah.
As a coach, for me here, I would say it's a tough position. I don't even know what I would say here after watching this. It's really hard to find an answer.
I'd honestly say if I was in their position, I'd try and choose a map that has less lockout potential because they can take fights. Like, their Octopus can be a lot of value as well as the rest of the team. Dualies can flank that Firefin, getting a lot of pushes. And just generally, that Zap was cooler. They have a lot of options to attack the other team. Like, some maps you just get control and it's just over. It's hard to come back from.
Yeah, I do agree that Z-tier players are bringing their A game. They are showing everything they have, putting everything on the line to get this another time win for Riptide.
We see them going from Z to A, as they say.
Good one. Good one. I applaud that. I applaud it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the answer is for Mulberry. I can't seem to find one off the top of my tongue. Like, I just think they need to do their specials better, which is really hard to say because their specials have been so valuable. But I think they just might need more consistency. This pen is just pumping out coolers and making the Z-tier special cycle just so much stronger and so much more stable because of that cooler special savers buff.
Yeah, you can get cooler for so long with Pencil. Like, it has so much flexibility for gear, like with special power-up and stuff like that. Even with all the nerfs, it's still like in commanding force that we've seen here. Now in the next match, we can see the next counter pick soon enough. What? Do you have any predictions for what you see for the next mode?
I don't know. They've picked tower control, they picked splat zones. I feel like Rainmaker is just too snowbally and too scary of a pick here. I don't know if they go back to maybe a zones because they were doing fine on zones. They did have a lead there for a second, but they just need to hold it more.
Oh, I was going to say actually, Clams is kind of controversial between teams, but I could see it happening due to less lockout favor.
And your prediction is correct. As we're playing on Clamblitz Museum here, a very good, interesting pencil map here. I'm surprised that they're picking this knowing that the pencil has been picked 2 times in a row.
Yeah, it will still be hard for the Pencil to get in at least, but the rest of the team, this map is kind of amazing for Crab in my opinion. I know both teams have like this Crab, and like if they can get the Crab set up in a good spot, like it has so much control over the enemy team. As we'll probably see a lot of in this game. Entering game 3.
To get into this next game, let's see what we bring out here. If there's anything different, anything new, any new ideas or plans going on here.
So we see the same comp from this team, Mulberry, and same comp from the other team.
Everything's the same. I
Yeah,
need to
just
see
stick
more
with
value
the
from these zips, so I want to believe in the Octobrush because right now I'm not an Octobrush believer.
We don't see any flanks from either team right now, just going straight to mid.
Not commonly going in the favor of Z-tier players having 9-7 right now.
Well, can this Octopus win a fight here? This map has a messy start right here, but once this push Death comes in, we'll see a lot of value, especially with Zip coming in. Yeah, we see the Zip. That's a crucial push. How do they get that? The Zip could do so much. They're completely in the enemy team's base. This is crazy. Another pick going down. We can see the Zuka.
The control that Z tier players are commanding is just so silencing of
See, Zip from the
Mulberry.
other team. They're
Zip
going
is
for the
popped here,
pencil.
trying to for some chaos here, trying to get something.
Ooh, didn't
Not
work
a
out.
single value. I just do not believe in that. I think you need to change your approach on this attack. Their clan economy looking so strong here with 12 clans. Cooler is starting out. Your strikes are invested
Nice
to clear them
strikes,
out.
push them back so much. But they can only last for so long as the other team still invade. And they went 2 down. I think we're going to see a push really soon here.
The ball
And
comes
we
in
see
here.
going in for the basket. Oh,
Alright.
was that? No, it wasn't.
The opening is here. Let's see what this opening push can provide. We're down to 68. Zuka is popped here.
Luca's
Any
in a
value?
good spot, but the Octopus coming in for the crucial kill. And the other team is really pushed back. They can't contribute any more value. But it's okay. Just regroup and prepare for another push. And if you're the other team, you want to take mid control as soon as possible. Unfortunate death.
That's another Zip cancel on the side of Mulberry. I just do not see the Zip getting any value out of it right here. The Z-tier players flood the space back. Look at how, immediately after going 1 down, look at how they flood the space back. Already back on their spinner with a ball. 17 clams in the bag, ready to score here.
Yeah,
Zip is invested again since of the cooler death.
It's 2 down. They can't. They're forced back right now. This is not going to be pushed. As his pencil made that, they failed to jump. Can they live? Oh, they do.
The ball gets out here safe and sound. The Zuka is invested
That's a
to
crazy
flush out the
Zuka
Zip.
from behind.
Ooh, and just the pen is just bulldozing this team. I don't think I've seen a single enemy charger line once. Oh, there it is, and there it
Yeah,
goes.
this pen barely dies from what I've seen.
They toss the ball
Ooh,
up on the
clam
left
on
side. Great
basket.
idea here.
This is a nice zip, but they're probably going to die. They may not be able to push this.
They might get the score here. They might get
No.
1, but they get the ball refresh.
They're
Yeah,
pushed back, so at least they will cool it up and prepare for the next push.
And the pencil yet again survives.
We see Octopus in the good spot right below. They get a nice kill. I love seeing Octopus shocking. They provide so much value.
Man, and it's 3 down just to Charger. This poor Charger is just getting suffocated as the
Zuka in the
Zuka is
base.
invested here.
We see another score.
Alright, another push time. We get a crab
We
invested
got the
on the
ultimate crab
spinner.
spot, but they can maybe able to counter it. They counter the crab, but how much can they do? They kill the crab. Oh, it's completely stopping that push. Rush did so much work there.
Ooh, made a slight mistake there. Benny was picked up, but the jump wasn't in time. The Zip died before he can get the jump in. That's going to be a mistake that Mulberries could be able to capitalize.
This Zip not being able to launch, but oh, that was a nice
What an
kill.
insane kill.
And they
Zip
killed the
finally getting some
pencil too.
value.
Let's
That's
go.
2. That's the value that I'm looking for here.
They can push off that.
But don't be careful. Don't speed up too fast because you might speed up into the players and get picked off immediately. As we see here, the Zap goes in here.
Oh, that's
They're just
bad.
going down. They're 2 down. I mean, his back is cooler, but still.
Again, a nice pick though, but how much value can they have? This Charger's low down, but now they're up. They got the walls that's set up. They just need to get some crucial picks here.
All right, Mulberry here. I would invest in strikes. I want to confirm the space is ours
Nice
and try to
strikes.
get the space here.
That
Strikes
crab was
forces
pushed back.
Crab in a bad position, but it just doesn't matter. The Crab lasers this Charger just
Neptune's
down.
putting him work there, killing 2 enemies at once. How did he do it? Let's see another pick. And Z-tier players are going back to the mid position with a few picks.
Good
Nice
trade.
trade.
Good trade on that. I mean, 2 specials on the side of Z-tier players as like Mulberries. What do you do here? This rush is behind. There could be value here.
Is it Rush behind?
Rush is in.
Yeah, we see Zipcaster that can come out in any moment. These Zips have had so much value at times killing crucial enemies. Especially if they kill Pencil before a cooler. See this team force back so much. As
Crab is
Mulberry
popped here.
prepares for a push. Can they kill the crab this time?
I mean, they have the space here. They can make something. The Crab is popped again.
Oh, 1
Rush
down,
is
2 down?
punished.
No!
Shot comes out on right side. Surprise. Charging
That
alone. They're going to
surprise
try to run
push is
this
so
in.
crazy. As Neptune
Oh.
single-handedly stops his push.
It's just too fast. The
another.
shot just gets in. Desperation coming out. 9 seconds left on the clock. It is
They
just
gotta
pure
get a push now,
desperation.
but do they have plans?
It's a wipe,
Oh,
and that's
that's
just gonna be
over.
it. Desperation is the killer of the Mulberries as we go 3-0 in the favor of Z-tier players.
Yeah, this is a terrible spot for Mulberry here being 0-3, but we know this team's performance, but At this point, you gotta try anything you can do to win. Make sure your mental isn't bad right now. You've contributed so much value so far.
I don't typically like to be the non-believer, but this just seems tough for Mulberries. The mental's gotta be draining. You've picked
I
3
agree.
counter picks and not a single one has gone. Feels hard to find any value against this team. So what is the solution here? What do we think?
It's gonna be very difficult. Last game, they gotta, even if they win this map, the other team has so many counter pick opportunities. They can figure out what works for them. At least if you don't get sweep tier, that's an accomplishment in of itself.
I just think here, in my opinion, that this zip from the Octopus side of Mulberries is just not getting as much value as another special could. I think Whales would still be a great option. The Splat Bomb rolling can be getting really much value for Chip. I just don't see the Suction Bomb Zipcaster getting a lot of value.
Keeping up the
Clam Blitz, Scorch. Another Clam Blitz map here.
Again, this is good for the Zipcaster, it's good for the Crab. But I feel like both teams have very similar specials, so Mulberry can't really act on their strengths if their other team also acts on their strengths too. So it's a tough matchup in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be intriguing how they're going to be able to think of ways to get lead here and get a strong push. Because a good push means you get, as a coach, I think 60 or less is a good push of an opening. Because that way your pity isn't too super high and your scoring is around pretty decent and allows for another push to possibly make sense. It's not like just totally chipping away at it, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know what the other player's thinking here. I don't know what the game plan is.
We just gotta see.
Do you think the champions will be crowned here?
Likely, but we'll see. If Mulberry pulls this off, I'll be so happy for them. Going from 0-3, they could potentially get a reverse comeback here, reverse sweep. And that's always amazing to see at these lands.
And as I said, they bring back out the Whale Brush. I think this is going to get better value. I think this might be better because it's a faster brush here, also on Clam Blitz. So going back to the staple, which I think is going to be better here.
Definitely. We can see the brush move so quickly around the other team, at least in comparison to Octobrush. They have so much mobility, especially with Whale, stops the other team in their track. You see an early Crab from this team, contributing a lot of value, pushing the other team back. We see two crucial picks.
Down immediately from the side of Mulberries as they just seem to get running down. Good shot on the Charger. Blaster is punished, but they don't have anything to stop this ball. But they're going to play a little passive. They're going to wait. I like this play. They're not going to rush in too fast. They're not going to feed. They're just going to wait for their players, have the number advantage, and Neptune goes down, surprisingly.
Trying for another Crab.
It's actually going to come out. This ball might get lost here.
Yeah, that one pick the Mulberry got was crucial. They just took too much time, and because of that, they just lost everything.
The counter Crab battle is coming out here. Both
the
Crabs are cancelled here.
Gotta love Crab Wars.
Crab Wars is very exciting.
You see a complete brawl in the enemy team space right now. Who will come on top here? As we see a flank by the Stoolies.
What a good Whale combo with the drop. So much chaos that S+ has no time to react. Cooler is invested in, which is really selfish. Cooler doesn't even pick it up, I think.
Look at how many people went down. 3 on both sides. As you see, a complete mid reset. It's just a charge on S+, and this is going to be a huge fight in mid soon.
S+ is going to get so much value. Yeah, there's one.
Expected.
There's two.
2 down? Oh, it must have been an unsafe jump.
3 down for the side of the S-Blaster.
This S-Blast contributed crazy value with that shot.
I would like to see the long range there, bro. That should be kind of like
that's 4.
That is insane there. We have a counter. They have a Crab here to hold the space for a better push. They're waiting for They're waiting for it back to get more value. Throwing clams in just to keep the timer up.
We see this nice booyah contributing more value.
2 drops right side though. Are they going to deal with this?
These flanks are not working. 2 people tried to flank from behind, but this push can't do anything right now. They get a push though. I don't think they're going to try for the clams, but they're probably going to die doing it. But at least they have somebody in mid. With Neptune there holding the fort, but how long?
53 is a good start.
Oh, they get a pick there immediately in the other team's
but
face.
the Mulberries are taking so much space. I like this out of Mulberries, taking the space, not being afraid to go back here.
They don't have that many clams right now, which is the main problem with this. But now they have this clam. They've been sewing them to each other pretty effectively, which I like to see. They got a kill whale, they got a pick. They can definitely contribute great value right now. Like they don't get pushed here.
Strikes are invested here. The space
the strikes are not the best. They were blocked. But they can still get a lot more points here. It won't be enough without the other clam.
I mean, it's a push out here. It's not quite lead, but you're inching closer. you see that these Giants can bleed. These Titans that have been suffocating them can bleed. So if you're Mulberry here, you gotta feel some hint of confidence here as the Crab is now
Ooh,
invested.
that's an amazing crab spot. But no, the Dooley's gonna get yes, they got the
Such
push.
a close trade.
I'm so glad the Dooley's was able to get that. That was tough for
That's
them.
another kill. They're 2 down.
Yeah, Mulberry is able to get a good push scenario.
The ball gets into the jump. That's not going to be directly lead, but I mean, they have the
Yeah,
clams that
it's
they
gonna
can
be hard to
just
get
find
more.
the space. The Crab is here just to try to get the space in to get one
Neptune's
clam
killing
in.
a lot on the right, and as they retake mid control, pushing the other team so far back, they get to jump. Now they have complete control of the mid and going into the enemy team's base. This team is very effective at pushing.
Look, the Doolies is here, stopping the ball drop.
What's that? Oh,
I mean, the Titans can lead. They're not far
Octobrush
off
is
the
below.
lead.
Can they push the Octobrush out?
Lures invested
nice
here. The
jump from the
space
Octobrush.
is now rewarded for Mulberry.
There's 2 specials. Okay. Cool. We see a crab come out. Push back very forward.
Very broadly timed as the Crab is out. Zip is in the pocket of Z-Tier. Booyah is also
That's
invested.
amazing. Booyah posting some in. Hey, what's
Gets
up?
one,
What's
gets
that
one with a bomb.
That was nice. Good bomb kill. 2 down from Z-Tail. This could be a push.
3 down. They just need to find this S-Blast.
Do they have the clams though? It doesn't look like it.
They don't have any. They don't have a ball. They don't have the space.
They don't even have. Oh, they got it now.
Got the ball now,
But
but
they're
they
a
got
bit late. The
Any
other
score
team can
here
go in.
from Mulberries will
got the
secure the
strikes.
lead.
There's an Octobrush.
The
They're
brush,
getting
the
3.
brush gets 3.
Oh my god. This brush contributed crazy value as the other team immediately goes into other team's base. And they can score in 1 second.
Clam goes in. There's 18 seconds up to the clock. Does Mulberry have a response from this? No, it doesn't seem like they're 1 down. It's just a
The
turn on the
Octobrush
right
getting
side.
way more. They're not doing
10
anything
seconds
about
left
it.
on the clock.
This is 3 points.
I think the crown might be handed over here.
Yeah, this
I
could be
think
it.
might be the new champions of this New England. 2 seconds,
If
1
they can
second.
get 1 clam in,
And
and
that
it's
is
over.
it. New InkLAN, congrats to your new champions, C-Tier players.
Oh, man,
What
that
an
was
amazing set.
4-0 from Z-Tier players. What a great performance.
Great performance by them. That brush saving their
Oh, yeah.
butt there with the 3 kills there. Huge out of them.
Yeah, that was amazing to see. These games have been so back and forth as well. Yeah.
Wait, do I know what happened? Did I mess up? Oh, they have some final words? Oh, that sounds
Are
awesome.
we here for that too? Are we here for the final word? Yeah. Okay.
That's it? Oh, we're done? Well, you heard it from us. That is going to be it from us. I am Flo here with my friend.
Yosh there. Yeah, it's
And
nice seeing you.
we congratulate Z-Tier players on winning it. Have a peaceful day and sink or swim.
See you guys. Alright.
I don't know why.
Friends, and welcome back to New InkLAN. I'm not Flo, and this is not Yoshtera, but I am Brush.
And I'm Avril.
We're the head TOs of New InkLAN number 4. We wanted to jump on and officially congratulate Z-Tier players on accepting the nomination for the SplatoonLAN Championship.
Yeah.
What is it, April 26th?
April April 26th, I believe.
Cool.
The 7th team who's qualified through with qualifiers. It'll be the last team will be qualifying later tonight with Sea Battle.
And if you're Pop Gun scouting for the next Popcast, this is the second nomination for Storm, though the first one they turned down. So write that in your little notebook. You have anything else you want to add?
Go win that pizza party.
Yeah, that's right. We're the only LAN offering a pizza party if our team wins. Those Z-tier players have a lot on the line, not just honor, not just New England spirit,
But pizza.
but pizza. Okay, that's it. We're going to sign off. Thank you all for watching the stream today.
We'll see you next
Sorry. Oh, no, what?
Yeah.
Well, see you in the fall, hopefully,
in the
right?
fall.
In the fall.
For New England 5.
For New England 5. We've done 4 of these?
We've done 4 of
That's
these.
absurd. Okay, well, we're stalling for our stream engineer to write a goodbye sentence. Okay, everyone have a good day. Go watch SplatoonTourney 2 if that's still going on, or SplatoonTourney main. Yeah. Okay, adios.